The Disventure Dispatch is back. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, the voice of Yule from Disventure Camp, Marks. I'm joined by an esteemed panel of co-hosts for this podcast. We're going to get to say hi to each of them. And I'm going to ask them a quirky little question about the Disventure Camp characters so that they can say hi and, give us a little insight onto where they're at right now. So let's start first with Imer. So, Imer, if you had to pick any Disventure Camp character to go on a picnic with, who would you choose and why?
If I had to pick someone to go on a picnic with, I'd probably choose Miriam because she's a well-known baker, and I feel like that would just be so much better for like the types of food I can get to eat and enjoy.
You know what? Absolutely. I guarantee you her banana bread would be absolutely divine.
Yeah.
Next up, we have one of our writers for Disventure Camp, Jpeg. Jpeg,
Hello.
if you were stranded on a deserted island, which Disventure Camp character would you want with you?
I would pick Dan just because he throw his glasses away and then you can fool him and do all kinds of cruel stuff to him.
What the hell?
Just a bully? You're crazy.
Everybody needs their way to cope on a deserted island.
Nope. If you don't get me food, no glasses.
Oh my
You're no man.
Honestly,
That writer?
valid.
He scares me.
Valid, absolutely. Everybody needs their way to cope, and bullying somebody is definitely the way. But speaking of Dan, we have Dan's Disventure Camp voice actor. We have Genesis in the house. So Genesis,
Smooth transition. Sorry,
Genesis,
go on.
say you're on The Amazing Race. Which Disventure Camp partner do you think will help you perform the best? Who's going to match
Any character on the show?
Any character.
Oh my god. Okay, it's a tie between two. Screw it. I'm gonna go Ashley.
Ashley. Okay, why Ashley?
Well, she's physically for one thing she's a sweetheart. So she'd be amazing to work with. Number Jpeg, I swear to God.
The tier list comes to mind.
I knew saying Ashley would be like the bane of my. Okay, sorry. But yeah, for one thing, she's a sweetheart, so it'd be amazing to work with. Two, well, she's physically, I guess, what's the word? Physically fit, I guess, so it's like in a race that's works wonders. And it's like a brains and brawn kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm smart enough, and Ashley's strong enough, so it works out.
100%. You know what? I see that for you, and I feel like Dan and Ashley both would also be a formidable duo in an Amazing Race style season. Moving on to our next podcast host and another writer, we have Tam. Tam, how you doing today?
Hi. I'm doing
Tam,
good.
If you could third wheel any of the Disventure Camp ships, which ship would you love to third wheel for?
Oh my god. This feels low-key targeted. No.
We all know the answer.
Okay, you guys want me to come out and say it? Okay. Fine, it's Yule and Gray, of course.
Absolutely.
I see
there's the
them
most
first.
drama.
Me and Grit will be scrapping one day. Promise you that.
Don't worry. Do not worry, Tam. Do not worry, Tam. We will hold this over you. Anyway.
Yeah.
My money's on Tam. And joining us today on the Dispatch, we have a very special guest, the voice actor of Marcus.
Howdy, everybody.
All right, Scott, so how you doing tonight? Scott, I did have a very important question to ask you specifically. You do a great job voicing Marcus, but if you could voice any other character in the Disventure Camp universe, who would you want to voice?
Ooh, that's a great question. Who would I like to voice? I did audition for, I think it was Tom. I liked Tom. Maybe, but from second season, probably Aiden. Someone with a lot of voice lines and, probably Aiden. I'm going to go with Aiden.
You know what? Both great options. Absolutely. Who would want to be a star like both of those two?
Or James. I don't know. There's so many good choices. I wouldn't want to take Yule away from you though, because you do a great Yule.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we did want to ask you a couple of questions, and I do want to let my other co-hosts have the chance to ask questions. So why don't you run us through the first round, Jpeg?
Hello, Scott. How's your day? So, this is more of a podcast question than a show question. But are you aware of the reputation your character has with the podcast?
My reputation the character has?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Made a couple
No.
of jokes that he's basically Thanos from the MCU. Made a few jokes about that.
Marcus is canonically Thanos.
Yeah. So, if you could be so obliged, would you like to say some Thanos quotes?
Oh yeah.
Real questions?
Yeah. I got a few off the top of my head. Just give me a second. Because I saw Infinity War probably like 500 times.
Oh my gosh.
The heart. You want me to say it as Marcus? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy to oblige you guys. I'm happy to serve. Sometimes the hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Oh my gosh.
I use the stones. I use the stones to destroy the stones.
That was a good one. That was a good
God,
one.
yes.
Yeah.
I'll be Nina for this one. How about this?
What did it cost?
Whoa, what was that? Was that
There's
you?
Nina. You know, there's Nina.
Did you like put that through like an AI voice? Because
No,
that
that
sounded.
was crazy.
That was just
good.
you. Okay, damn, that was crazy
Prepared
good.
For that. Oh
The
my
range.
Holy cow.
Me.
Can you give me my favorite quote of Thanos is I don't even know who you are.
I don't even know who you are.
Oh, that's the good one. That's the one.
Marcus,
Oh
it's me,
my
Oliver. You
God.
took everything away from me. You took everything away from me. Oh, Marcus.
I don't even know who you are. You're not Nina. Maybe I saw you in the bus once. I can't recall.
That's perfect for us. That's perfect.
Amazing.
So we've got Thanos, Marcus. That's great. let's
Canonically.
move on.
Oh, maybe I'll do one more Thanos quote. I just thought of one. All that for a drop of blood. That was pretty good.
Oh man, for a drop of
That
blood.
was amazing.
These are good.
But thank you guys for inviting me onto your podcast. It's really, really nice of you. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I've not interacted too much with anybody from the Disventure Camp crew. And I really like the show, and I really think you guys do a great job. So thanks for inviting me. I'm happy I'm here.
So my question is, what got you introduced to Disventure Camp in the first place? Like, how did you end up finding the show, auditioning for Marcus, and eventually getting the role?
Yeah, so it's kind of a funny story. This is back when, Jared was looking for voice actors for season 2. At the time, I was kind of dabbling in voice acting, and I've been like a huge Total Drama fan my entire life, pretty much. And so I was kind of looking for, because I knew there was like tons of fan projects online on YouTube and stuff. And like I said, I kind of wanted to try some voice acting. I'd done acting. I'd taken acting classes in the past, and I liked acting, but I really liked kind of animation and Total Drama, and I thought maybe I could translate that to voice acting. So I kind of don't remember exactly how I found the video, but I stumbled across Odd Nation Cartoons video, the casting call video asking for voice actors, and I just thought, you know what, I'm probably not ever going to be cast in this project, but you know what the heck, I have nothing to lose. So I just clicked the link in the video, and there were instructions to kind of ask which character you'd like to audition for, and provide some voice roles. And I saw, there were a couple other characters that I liked, but I don't know, I took to Marcus. Maybe it's because I'm also a ginger. Maybe I took to him for that reason. But I'm like, this guy kind of looks like a badass cowboy. And, I was living in the South at the time, and I'm like, I got a little bit of a twang going on. Nothing like Ashley, nothing like that. But I'm like, let me audition for Marcus. Marcus looks kind of cool. So I auditioned. I recorded I had experience with audio, so I was able to, set up all the stuff and edit in a way that I was happy with, and then I sent that over to Jared. And I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot I even did that. And maybe 2 months later, I don't know, 2 or 3 months later, I got an email from Odd Nation Cartoons saying, "Hey, you want to voice Marcus?" And I'm like, "Who? What? What is this? Is this spam?" So I deleted the email. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't delete the email. I was like, "Oh yeah, I auditioned for this Total Drama related project," and at some point in the future we started getting scripts. And I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool! I'm on a show. I'm on a show that's like kind of big. And this is the first time I've ever done any kind of voice acting. And this channel has like over 100,000 subscribers. This is awesome." And here I am. And after season 2, I never thought I'd ever come back to do Marcus, and I'm back doing him again for All Stars. I'm just kind of shocked that I'm still doing this, and I'm happy to do it though.
That's amazing. That's
Wow.
amazing.
It's amazing.
my
I'm glad you're
God.
on All Stars.
Yes.
I'm so
Marcus-
glad you're there.
I don't know if,
Listen,
would you guys like to hear I remember this, like a fun fact. I don't know exactly when Jared told me this. I think it was when I got cast as Marcus. He was like, "Don't worry." He said, "You're not going to have that many voice lines, but don't worry. There's going to be a Marcus episode where it's just you." I don't want to say he promised me that, but he said that was going to happen, and I'm still waiting for that day. And
We're still waiting for the Marcus episode.
Yeah, we
Marcus-
all are.
I have like a whole storyline in my head for what happens.
Ooh, oh my God.
And I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that day.
Literally.
It sounds so hype. Tam and I said this last podcast episode, but there were a lot of deleted Marcus scenes that we were really sad to see deleted because they were
Yeah.
so funny.
I know.
So sad.
Oh man, that breaks my heart. But you know what? Whatever makes the show better, that's kind of where I am. If it's necessary to cut a Marcus scene for the show, I'm totally for it.
Absolutely. What a great outlook.
Yeah.
Thank you.
what a champ.
I'm just
Yeah.
genuinely happy to be a part of this because this is awesome. This show is awesome. You guys are awesome.
That's the best part about the voice actors. I feel like there's just so much love for us within us all for the project and for Total Drama as a whole. Like I remember you told us a little bit about your Total Drama story in our chat, and I just think like it's so warming how much the voice actors love what we're doing because it really shows in the project.
Yeah, I try my best to voice act Marcus. I think I have a problem keeping his voice consistent. I think from episode to episode my inflection might be a little bit different. Like I said, I'm not a trained voice actor. I'm not really experienced, but I try my best to deliver Marcus as best as I can. But yeah, I love Total Drama. I just like there's no show like Total Drama. There really isn't. It has kind of everything. It has the stakes and the challenges. It has the cool characters interacting with there's nothing that's more like crack to me than just watching these characters interact with each other in Disventure Camp in Total Drama. It's just I don't know. Something about it. Something about the shows.
I agree. I 100% agree. There is really no cartoon like Total Drama or Disventure Camp.
No, I haven't seen. At least I haven't come across a fan project that is as in depth as Disventure Camp. I know there's other fan projects out there, but this is like fully animated and it's so cool.
Yeah.
Aided in everything.
It's
Ever
just
heard
so
of
much
Osiki
like
Island?
value.
Oh God, no!
No,
I've never heard of that.
Scott,
No.
Ignore this person. He is
Oh,
adding some
God.
chaos that we should not be reciting.
Yeah.
I did
That's
want to.
Let's take you to bed, Grandpa.
Yeah, take him to bed.
I did quickly want to give Tam the opportunity to ask a question to
Oh,
Scott
right.
if he has anyone.
Ooh, okay. After doing like this beloved role of Marcus, do you think you'll be pursuing any like other voice acting roles and other projects in the future?
At the time when I was cast as Marcus, I thought I was going to. Now I'm not so sure because my life's pretty different now than it was then. I'm not really pursuing acting or voice acting anymore. But I think it's really fun. I love voice acting. I like acting and like being creative. You know, me and my friends used to do like skits and stuff on YouTube and all kinds of creative projects. But like professionally, like I don't think I would be a voice actor professionally. But
Oh
but
yeah,
maybe. I mean, if you know, for let's say that one of you guys reached out to me, hey, we need a voice actor for this character in Disventure Camp season 2000. I'm like, yeah, sure, but I'm not. I may not go out of my way to find it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'd love to see you personally, like in future installments of like if they ever continue like DC with the new characters and stuff. I don't know,
Yeah, this
like
show has a lot of potential. Like, I really feel like it has a lot of potential. It really scratches the itch that Total Drama fans have been looking for a long time, I feel.
yeah.
absolutely agreed. Even after the reboot, people are still clamoring for more, and it's very great to see.
Clamoring.
I love the reboot seasons 1 and 2, but don't even get me started on how poorly they were handled, distribution wise. I'm very angry about that. I'm like,
Same.
not only did the first season like leak, the whole first season leak, you would think that the Teletoon or whoever Canada would eventually release season 1 on streaming or television before season 2, but no, they didn't. Season 2 got leaked also.
Right.
Yeah.
That
I'm like,
was
what the hell are they doing?
God, for real.
It's kind of funny too.
It's such a shame because the reboots are great. Like, I love the
They
reboot
are.
seasons.
Yeah, like I even heard like they distributed to like America first, and they still haven't released it here. So it's like
They
they haven't
haven't.
put their act together, and it would have been to streaming too if it went to like the US because it was gonna coincide release with Cartoon Network and Max. So now that they don't even have it yet, and there's like 2 seasons already out, and people have already made their opinions on all these characters, it's like this is just like such a shame because this is such a strong new cast that represents like a new generation well, but they just like the whole like business around it
dropping
just
the ball.
really killed the season.
Oh.
It did. It kind of kills potential for a 3rd season because everyone who wanted to see it already saw it, and when it releases on streaming,
Right.
it's not going to get as many views as it could have.
Agreed.
God
Yeah,
damn it,
that is
HBO.
not how it should be watched.
God damn it, HBO Max.
I know.
Literally.
But that's okay. This Venture Camp has enough popularity to go on forever. So
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, I do want to move into our
Love the
next
show.
section. And Imer, I know I didn't give you a question, but that's because I do have a very special role for you. I'm putting you on the spot here as our resident super fan with your notepad. Can you like introduction us to the character of Marcus, his ins and outs? Give us a little dissertation for a bit.
Okay, perfect. All right, so within season 2, we open up to Marcus driving a bus, and it's like he has this strange little puppet. We see like people like questions like, "What are you doing with this puppet? You're an old man." Like he's like, "And why is it talking?" It's like I didn't talk. It was Nina was talking. Everyone was confused, and this like even confused the fans at the time because everyone's like, "What is this gag? It's so funny and so chaotic." And we watch throughout the season, just Marcus and Nina. They always get like questioned for their thing until like it's like happens at episode 8. I think it's like the big pushing point for Marcus's character because we really get so much insight on him to where it's like then we see yep, Nina's actually is possessed, even though like Aiden had like theories, like he was like people thought he was crazy. He's like episode 5 Nina slapped me, and it's like Marcus might be right, but like no one trusted. Everyone thought Marcus was a crazy person. Until then, after the reveal was actually Nina's the crazy person, and after this reveal, the fans are like, "Oh wait, maybe Marcus is a good person," and we get to see Marcus's personality traits pop a lot in the future episodes. We see like him be like a fodder figure to Crystal in a lot of sorts because now that we know he isn't crazy, we know he's someone who's relatable, and even though it's like his relationship with Nina is like a little chaotic, like people are like, "Why is there a talking puppet?" But otherwise, I feel like we get to see like Marcus really shine near the final act, and I think that's why he's just so memorable to the fan base. So when he returned at season 3, I know there's like a big like excitement for Marcus because like everyone loved him, and it's like I am excited to see more of him. But otherwise, there's not like much to say about his character other than like he really did help a lot of like the host plots, and I'm hoping he can do that again.
Me too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a real. I mean, I think that was a really like amazing dissertation, and I did want to see Scott, based off of like the kind of description that Imer just gave to us. What do you think like you added or contributed in like a voice acting perspective to like what were your thoughts on where Marcus's character was at? Like, did Imer miss any beats? Is there anything you wanted to emphasize on what he said? Anything you wanted to add?
Yes, feel free to add anything, like because it's like an open discussion.
Yeah, well, the Marcus's entire gag with Nina. I mean, at first you were right. It seems a little off-putting, and you don't really necessarily trust Marcus because you're not sure if Nina's the one in control or if Marcus is the one in control. But like you said, later in the season, you find out that the episode with the killer. It's suspected that maybe Marcus is the killer, but what is it? I believe Nina's the one who was behind everything. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I guess that was kind of a inflection point where the audience can recognize, oh, Marcus, and he's like making efforts to help people that episode. I remember that. The audience kind of recognizes that Marcus is not really necessarily controlling Nina. He's kind of keeping her in check. That's kind of what I got from their relationship. Like with his relationship with Nina, you kind of see that Marcus is actually a very sweet, caring guy, and he takes a lot of crap from Nina, but it's because he loves her. So, like, me as the voice actor, I tried to come across, as sincere, as caring in my scenes, because based on the material, based on the dialogue written for Marcus, that's kind of how I see him. He's kind of this mysterious guy, but underneath this like kind of rugged, tough exterior, he is a very sweet, caring guy, and like he I don't know, he's kind of like the father figure of the show.
Yes, that's like a perfect description of like Marcus, and I do love how you nailed everything. Because I know from everyone else, he's like I consider like like a lot of people like think, okay, Marcus is kind of like the dad of the whole group and putting it all together.
Well,
Because
maybe
he
that's
just really
Connor,
has it-
actually.
Yeah, well, maybe kind of too. Like it depends
Yeah.
on like the team, like dynamics. But
Right.
yeah,
Gay dance together.
yeah.
Oh. New ship.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
I love what you said about Nina being, because I love what you said about Nina and Marcus's relationship, because I do think like there is some kind of like, if Nina has respect for anybody, it is for Marcus, and like you can definitely tell like that's why he puts up with her shit, because like if she respects anybody, she at least respects Marcus to some degree. So love that. Love your guys' little relationship. I think it's super cute. I think the whole storyline's adorable.
And like Total Drama is kind of known for having like gimmick characters, and I feel like Marcus and Nina are kind of the only they fill that role pretty well, because everybody else in the cast, at least from season 2, is like super grounded, super down to earth people. Maybe Kai's a little too down to earth, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
maybe he's so down to earth he's in the Earth's core, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's where he's been.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
where he's been.
I've gone to greater
I love
things.
Kai.
Yeah, I've seen a good amount of people say that like even though Oliver and Crystal is the main like storyline, I guess like Marcus and Crystal have way more chemistry, and it's like their few scenes together are so fun.
Aw.
Yeah, I really like their dynamic. I feel like she's under a lot of stress a lot of the time, and he's just kind of this old wise figure that's letting her know that everything's going to be okay.
Aw, yeah.
That's what I really like about Marcus. I'm glad I got to voice him, in particular, because it feels like he's become a fan favorite, and that's really cool.
Yeah,
Very
you-
much
you-
so.
Yeah.
Your voice
We
does add a
nicknamed him,
lot of calmingness to him.
So nurturing.
We nickname him Sexy Batman sometimes.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna change my Discord name to that.
Oh yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so do we want to start jumping into episode 4 and do a little bit of a summary based off of it? Who wants to lead a summary for episode 4? Oh,
Everyone makes one by one.
Everyone just-
okay.
Yeah,
No,
I could do it, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Pop
Imer,
off
volunteer.
the
Let's go.
notebook, yes.
All right, yeah, I'll just take it. All right. So we're just gonna summarize the episode, or like give like a
yeah, do just like a let's just
Like a
do like a
review.
quick little summary. Like just like let's do something that stood out to you. You know, like just a quick like what are the bullet points? The quick like what
All right.
overall summary.
All right. All right, in this episode, it starts off at Aiden and Tess because Aiden lost both of his favorite people. Tess comforts him. Then we just get on to like Alex, like, all right, I need to get the villains together because we're gonna be targets by the merge. So we're gonna form our Legion of Doom type alliance to get farther in the game. Turns out when you all walk away from the same team, the one person who's known to win the season would catch on, and that kind of caught heat on their alliance. Then at the challenge, we saw them all fight for the sandbags to try to get the points. Alex like, you know what?
Monday.
Yeah, that happened too. And then Alex like, you know what? I feel like I want to throw the challenge today to deal with business on our team that needs to be ended with. We see the business go out. There is a fight back against the villains in Renaissance by the one miracle person, but turns out miracles in this game don't exist, and that miracle is flushed out.
Dang.
What a great,
Oh my-
I think that was a snaps for that.
Literally.
Thank you.
Pop off.
Good Spark
host,
Notes version.
Narrator.
Yeah, great.
Hey,
For
Miriam
real.
I think
Miracle is gone.
That's a
It's good for the
perfect
book report.
it's a perfect little summary for everybody to really digest what happened and to give our rankings for the episode. So we're gonna give our rankings, remember, out of 10. We're gonna start with Genesis.
Me? 8. I think
Alright.
8. Because I don't know. I really like the drama that happened this episode. There was a lot that went into getting Miriam out, but I think it was all done pretty well. And yeah, I'm very happy with this episode overall.
Okay, nice, an 8. What about you, Jpeg?
So last episode I gave episode 3 a 7. Here I'm going to give this one an 8 as well. I think that even though it's mostly a build-up episode, it does a really good job, and I think everyone's like more on board for it. It feels very, mostly clean, so that's what I appreciate about it. I'll give it an 8 as well.
All right, a nice 8.5. Is what I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I believe that this episode was kind of a step backwards from last episode, in my opinion, on just like some of the story beats in terms of interpersonal relationships. We had to sacrifice that for more gameplay this episode. But I did love the gameplay. I think the gameplay is iconic, and it felt to me more like a build-up episode, and the strategy felt a little bit more predictable in this episode. Let's go, Scott. What was your ranking?
Well, the drama in this episode, I'd give a 10 out of 10. It was great drama. Overall, I don't know. I really liked this episode because I liked, how we got to see more of Ashley's backstory. I liked, I really liked Alex's formation of the villain alliance. I think that was really a smart play on his, smart play from him. I guess overall, I'd probably give it an 8 also, maybe 8.5. The only thing I'll say is I kind of don't like that Miriam was an earlier boot. I was kind of hoping she'd stay around a little bit longer.
Yeah, she finally got votes. She finally got votes, and they took her out. Crazy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I also
Tim?
wasn't a huge fan of the challenge.
The challenge.
Yes.
Tim, what's your episode ranking?
I'm gonna have to say an 8 as well, an 8 out of 10. Once again, like, I think nice balance between character interaction and challenge. I like the challenge a lot. It showed a lot of personality come through for a lot of the contestants, and I agree with the points made before. It was a great setup. Poor Miriam as well. And yeah. I think it's pretty overall. Alec carried the episode for me, so I like it.
Nice. Okay. And Emer?
All right. I think I'm gonna give this episode like a 7.8. I think the dynamics in the season was a huge shine with like the villains alliance. I think was like the biggest highlight of the season, of this episode. I think the other teams kind of suffered due to like having the need to prioritize some things, but I did like the Ashley backstory. I think that was really good. I think like another thing that's like not mentioned is like the Hunter and like Allie working with Fiore, which is like nice for like a little preview to what's to come. I think the challenge, even though it's kind of simple, I think it's perfect with explaining like physical strategies because like every other physical challenge we had was strategic. Not strategic, but it was like all over the place. But this one, you can allow it's like very laid back, meaning you can figure things out. And we saw that shine through with how certain players approached the challenge, and that gave them the win because they decided to wait or they just went head on first and got it. And I think that's just like something very creative we don't see. I think the boot was like, like I think obviously when you look at the team dynamics, you knew they were just setting up this character for failure. I think they could have been set up for failure a tiny bit better and to a way it could be more respected for their legacy. So I got to dock points there. But overall, I think there's so many good strongs that it does like help this episode a lot for me.
Nice. So 7.8 to 8.5 was our range. So that's about a nice like B episodes. That's great. Good episode, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
We're gonna have to talk about the elimination later, Imer. I got some words for you.
I have words too.
goodness. I don't like the sound of that. Sounds like fighting words.
Oh wow.
Okay.
The violence.
It's gonna be
You're
violence
still
later.
looking,
Stay tuned
it's
for that.
past
Oh
the
my
10-minute mark, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, that crit fan art, the fan art that crit made, it's
Ooh.
looking
Yeah.
more and more accurate for the
manifesting.
second.
So true.
It's gonna happen. It's not even about Ellie this
Yeah.
time.
Gosh.
I know.
Wow, you brought out a different side. Goodness.
Let's talk about Miriam as a character and how this elimination affects her overall storyline and not just this episode.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's how old is she again? Like who's older, her or Marcus? Because Marcus fought in the Vietnam War, I believe.
Is that canon?
All the-
Oh yeah.
You made the comment, right? This is like in the Vietnam War.
I don't remember that. I believe you. I believe you though. That must have been a long time ago.
I'm checking the pins. 1 second.
I think I might be older than Marcus.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm 26. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
My memory is probably worse than
oh my
Marcus's though.
gosh.
So
Miriam
the
would
fall
be
of Saigon
And I
74.
was
fought in World War.
1975. How many years ago was that? That was
1975?
that was
wasn't
49
it like
years ago.
during the
Damn,
Vietnam
that's
War?
my mom's age.
No, that was
Yeah.
the end of the Vietnam War.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, cool.
Uh-oh.
So if we assume that he was a
Marcus.
teenager during the very end of the war, he'd be at least 65. So at the youngest, he's 65.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I don't think Marcus is that old. I think
Yeah.
Marcus is probably like late 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Just,
think Miriam
just
definitely-
on design alone.
He's lying
Yeah.
about the war. he didn't go to war.
He's lying. He's just like boosting his resume, like to get that good gig. I feel like we got to respect the hustle.
okay, but you guys are assuming that Marcus ages. That's the assumption here.
Oh,
Yeah, Marcus
Yeah.
is like
Right.
God at this point. Like
Damn.
All of
he's
his,
like he ages like fine
forgot
wine.
about that
I don't know.
factor.
All of his age goes into his eyes. That's why we don't see them.
Yeah.
No, apparently we do see them. Whoever sent that picture in this chat of Marcus
Oh,
without
yeah.
glasses,
Oh god.
that really made me uncomfortable.
I just seen it. Oh my god.
That's why they've never been shown.
Yeah.
Because of that pic.
I see.
Marcus
Think
starts
about
with
it.
M,
Good
has 6 letters. Miriam starts with M, has 6 letters. There's a correlation here.
It's like,
Canonically related.
Well,
Miriam
there's
is
one
Marcus's
character who,
daughter.
No.
I'm not gonna comment on this.
Oh my god.
Let's say one of the characters is maybe related to Marcus. It's like a secret connection.
Oh,
wait, we know about
Should be
this.
pretty obvious who it is. It should be pretty obvious who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess Ellie,
Related
but
to
that's
Marcus.
his guess.
Yeah. I'm
Is
assuming
Nina's
talking about-
backstory the same as like Chucky's backstory, where
Oh.
criminal was killed in the doll factory, and then his soul went into the body of a doll. Is that the same with Nina?
Yup.
Let's.
Oh my god.
Aren't you a little
That's all.
young to be here?
Yeah, that interaction.
I wish they
I'll-
kept that
I'll
all.
voice all of it. I don't care. I'll voice every scene you send me.
Yes. You can have the Marcus episode. Oh my god.
Yes, the Marcus episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's like,
if you guys want, I could do like a Thanos quotes kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Where,
Fiora
uh,
giving Gamora.
compilation. Oh my god. Oh, we need to get on
Marcus
that.
throws Fiora off a cliff.
I'm sorry,
my
little one.
No, Marcus drives the bus. He runs over Fiora with the bus. That's how he gets the Soul Stone.
No, he has Fiore in the bus, and he drives the bus off the cliff. And he jumps out at the last second.
Yeah, like Batman.
Yeah,
Oh
Oh my god!
I'll even voice Fiore.
that's perfect.
Please speak in your booth.
Oh my god.
What does Fiore say in the first episode to Yule? Is that a whiny little bitch? I don't remember what she said.
Is that an ugly, pimply bitch?
Ugly bitch.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God, I'm loving this. Oh my gosh.
Genesis, what do you, as a DC1 voice actor, what are your thoughts on Miriam's storyline from DC1 into this now ending for Miriam in DC3?
Okay, so Miriam Miriam's whole storyline was one that came a shock to not only the audience but also to a lot of the VAs, because most of us really thought Miriam was going to go the same route as the beta, was probably going to be eliminated early. I will also say even Miriam's voice actor was like, I have no confidence in this character. At least after a certain point. But you know, her whole storyline was just like this whole like age doesn't matter, it's how you play the game, right? That's kind of the beauty of it. And you know, everyone underestimated this old lady until, you know, she somehow made it to the final three and then won it all. And not only that, of course I can't forget the one of the most amazing, one of the best storylines in DC in my opinion was the whole her interactions between Miriam and Jake, stemming around essentially this found family, right? You have Miriam, who's lost so many people, Jake, who also just recently at that point lost someone very important in his life, and they sort of come together on this shared mourning in a sense, and like they make something new out of it, a beautiful friendship, family ship kind of thing, you know? And I love that so much. So just having all of that come to an end, just all of us memeing about the Miriam miracle and everything, and just having it all come to an end here is bittersweet, I guess, to say the least. Obviously, I didn't really expect to see her winning again or anything like that, but just, I guess the way it was, I guess the way it was like kind of done this episode, it was kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It felt like everyone
Passing
caught
the
on
torch?
to the Miriam miracle, huh?
Passing of the torch?
Yeah, yeah, a passing of the torch, you know. And I think that's kind of the beauty of it. I really do think so. And yeah, I guess that's my sort of recount of DC1's Miriam story.
Wonderfully said.
Beautiful,
Oh my gosh.
beautiful.
Yes.
Amazing job, Genesis.
Yeah.
Thank
Tam's
you.
like, wait,
thank-
Miriam won?
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh my god, that's a funny story. It's like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy for Miriam,
For
even though I
me-
didn't see it yet. But like, I'm happy for her.
yeah. Well, wait until you see the finale, then you can like talk about
Yeah.
your thoughts on the win.
Oh god.
I mean, I
I'm
wasn't.
gonna
Even,
go a little meta here. Oh, sorry, you
Oh.
go just.
I was gonna say I didn't even expect her to win when it came to the final three, because I thought they were. I thought they were gonna subvert our expectations and then make it be Ellie again.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
But,
did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
Everyone thought
Oh, really?
Ellie was,
Okay.
like, at least because Ellie was always set up for karma. Every time she talks, Ellie jinxes herself. That was like a huge theme throughout the season. Like you can notice it right away from like episode 6, like, and then it starts at episode like 7. Like she does it every time, and I was like, she's gonna jinx herself. So I was like waiting for it to happen.
No, that's fair. I honestly, out of the final 3, I'm most happy Miriam won. Miriam was the one for me
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Miriam's the one for you. Michael's gonna fight you.
Oh god.
Okay, well, listen, not okay,
Please.
not like that. All right,
Yeah. Michael
I
watches
don't have a
the
crush on
podcast.
any DC character.
You're gonna have to
Oh.
fight for the love of Miriam now.
I assure you, I'm not fighting for any of that. I would
You
fight for
sure?
Miriam to be my grandma. Not much.
Do you want Michael to be your grandpa?
Oh.
What?
Oh,
I said grandma.
I said you want Michael to be your grandpa then?
Oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god. What kind of family is this? Oh gosh.
It's like the craziest family tree in the world.
And then Marcus is the great grandfather.
Oh my god.
Now it's all better.
Yeah.
It'd be an
It's all
amazing
good.
twist, honestly. Miriam's just, or sorry, not Miriam. Marcus is just related to all 3 of the final 3.
Oh my god. Descendants of Marcus.
That'd be perfect.
And then all the way below, you just have Dan.
It's like the extra cousin that you forget about.
For real.
Miriam,
Cousin
Fiore, and Ellie
Dan.
are like, wait, we're all sisters? Hold up. We all have Marcus's genetics.
So that's why Miriam said her grandson died, because it was Dan.
Oh my gosh. It makes
Is
so
that
much
true?
sense.
Wait, Miriam had a
Totally.
grandson that died?
Was it? It was either
Yeah, it was
grandson
her
or
son.
Not the son. Dang.
Oh.
Her son
She never
died.
had grandkids because the son died.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And who was driving the bus that killed her grandson?
I think.
No comment.
No comment.
You know what? As long as you plead the 5th, that's all you gotta do for the scenario.
I just need a lawyer present before we talk any further.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god.
It wasn't me.
I believe
swear.
it.
Thanos not this? Oh my goodness. Someone stop him.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Now, I have a question for you guys. Who do you think would win in a fight? Marcus with the bus or Thanos with the gauntlet?
Oh.
The
Okay,
bus
that's
has
not
gone
even
for
a-
so
Marcus
has
with the
gone for so
bus.
much.
Marcus is
It
quicker.
crashed and it's like intact still. Like,
No question. Does Thanos have his Thanos copter?
oh no!
Well, he just has Thanos car.
You know what? Wait.
Thanos car versus Marcus bus.
Ooh.
Wait, you know what happened with the bus actually? He would hit Thanos, but like he's like Thanos like you didn't go for the head, and then just Marcus just goes on reverse and like, pushes the head.
Ew.
You should have
Oh
gone
my
for
god.
that.
This might be
He's
the
like, I
best
just
fan
did-
fiction ever.
When we think
Yeah,
of
it's
all
better
the
than
most,
Rosa. It's better than unstable Rosa. That's for sure.
He got the shade.
when we
Not
think
as
of all the
stable.
most like iconic vehicles in media, we got the Magic Treehouse, the Magic School Bus, we got Thanos, and we got Marcus Bus. Beautiful.
Light-
Marcus.
Real.
Right up there with Lightning McQueen
Yes.
Oh, Lightning
You
McQueen
are.
as well.
Good
How can I
job.
forget?
or Mystery Machine
Mystery
Oh.
Machine,
Or-
right?
or Morgana from
Visualize.
Persona 5.
Oh, Morgana. Yes.
Morgana car.
I kind of
God, I
wonder
love
because
that.
like Jensen's also a bus driver. How many times do you think Marcus would lap Jensen in a bus race? Like, let's be honest, because Marcus is gonna win.
I mean, like, I think Marcus is like canonically a mechanic, right? Or he's like,
Yeah.
or at least he's
Right.
very handy.
Yeah.
So he probably put a freaking 8-cylinder engine in that thing. He could probably race that all over the place.
For real.
Oh,
Got
yeah,
that
exactly.
nitrous. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got that bus runs on freaking diesel.
Yeah.
That thing's probably really fast.
For real.
I know cars for a second.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
So we want to start getting into the episode scene by scene review now.
Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
All
Sounds
right.
Not too
Let's start off at the top of the episode with a scene between Tess and Aiden talking about the lake elimination. Jpeg, why don't you kick us off?
Oh boy. So I'm gonna get a little meta here, but out of all the scenes that we've written, this was probably the most like collaborative one. I think that all of myself, Michael, Jared, Tam, V, and Jace all had something to do with this. Or sorry, Vi, rather, not V. With Vi being the biggest contributor, because this scene originally was very, very different. Let me get the original script. In the original script, it was going to be, "Why didn't you vote Ellie? We could have saved Lake. Wasn't she your friend too?" Yeah, but I couldn't make a choice. And Aiden's like, "Okay." That's literally. So we were like, "We can't have this happen. We can't have this happen." Come
No
on."
way.
Oh
Like,
man.
This is just like the Fiore reveal in episode 1, DC1. That's the
Aiden would
level.
just be like, Aiden would have just been, "All right, I guess." It's like we
Yeah,
can't have
all
that.
right.
Yeah, like no.
Like
So
it was bad enough that he originally wasn't going to get a confessional in episode 3, and now you're just going to be like, whatever. It's like, no, we can't have that.
you guys
yes,
are really,
yes,
you guys are really writing him to make him the underdog here. He's lost so
Yeah.
much already.
Oh yeah.
I know.
That confessional where Aiden says, "I'm going to win it for the both of us." That was also added last minute. That wasn't in the original script.
Oh, that was
love
a bit
that.
too confessional, though. That would really added a lot to, I feel like, Aiden's likability in my mind. Because, like,
Mhm.
it's always great when a character is not only competing for themselves, but for another person. Because it's like, his fans can root for Aiden. Not like they already weren't, but, like, even more.
But yeah, there was a bit of feedback that Aiden kind of like didn't try to find out what happened to James in the last episode, but yeah, in the original draft it was a lot worse. He just kind of doesn't care. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, like let Aiden have his moment.
Yeah, we live in a world where Tam wants Aiden to have confessional.
Oh yeah, for real.
I
Right?
don't respect this.
What is the world?
That was a
coming
good
to?
scene.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
earned a confessional.
cute. For real, he did.
He has to earn them after DC2 and get them having so
yeah.
many.
He has to
Like,
suffer.
this is like, I feel like 2 for 2 of good Aiden confessionals. Like, he's finally like, this is like the first time, like, oh, Aiden has a confessional. I'm actually happy he's having a confessional. That's weird. Like, someone pinch me right now. Like, why am I saying these words?
You were so real.
That is
Yeah.
true.
And rare Tess Aiden moment, or not rare, sorry, first Tess and Aiden moment. It's great.
Yes, yes.
More DC2 cross interactions. Awesome. We love that.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. But now that James and Lake are gone, I mean, who else can Aiden really relate to?
Mm-hmm.
So true.
Well,
Exactly.
at least from the second season. So there's Yule and Hunter left, and who else? Allie? Oh yeah, Allie
And Rhea.
and Rhea. But
nice.
Aiden doesn't like Rhea.
Yeah.
Aiden just has
Yeah.
bad taste.
I hope he remembers their names.
Hopefully.
That guy.
Then, after the Aiden and Tess scene, we move into a scene between Ali, Fiore, and Hunter, where Ali is kind of just like trying to instigate an apology between Hunter and Fiore to hopefully work together. But Hunter does not seem to be buying it. Genesis, what do you feel about this kind of strategy that Ali and Hunter are both using in this moment?
Well, okay. So, well, first off, I want to start with the fact that I really in this sense I really like the direction they're taking Hunter and Allie. I think it's because for one thing, I like how it stems from like the reception that specifically Allie got in DC2, both in the fictional world and in real life, because there are clearly some ties between the two. And I like how it's sort of also creating some conflict between Hunter and Allie, because Hunter is like, and I kind of side with Hunter on this one, because it's like, I don't know if Fiore is the best option for an. I mean, it's complicated because they don't have much of a choice, but it's like, yeah, Fiore isn't very good with challenges, but they're both trying to play the game in their own way, and it all comes to a head with specifically Fiore parts was basically Fiore makes an alliance with Hunter and Allie.
Yeah.
We would like to apologize. We do?
I just love it. I love how girl boss Allie is in this moment and how she's
I
trying to
know.
dominate her
Yeah.
strategy.
Yeah.
We would.
Right, yeah.
I love
mean,
the
you
first
can-
few minutes of this episode. Like all three of the love triangle, like finally they're kind of getting fleshed out. Where like Allie is kind of trying her best. Hunter is kind of a doofus.
Right.
This is like, I love that scene earlier. As I mentioned, I know we passed this already, but it's like kind of a callback to the scene where she's crying and Hunter comforts her. Now Tess has the ability to comfort other people. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. I love how
Tess
this
is-
is like. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say like the difference between DC2 Tess and DC3 Tess is night and day.
Oh, you are so real. Yes.
It kind of reminds me of like how Gwen from Total Drama went from being Gwen and then went from being more nice and friendly and outgoing. It's kind of the same,
Yeah.
kind of the same character development
Right.
Yeah.
or derailment, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. Except Gwen was in one season and Tess took 2 seasons. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Tess arcs.
Yeah,
And
we're in
Tess
it
is
for
a
the
little
long
bit
haul.
better. Tess is
I mean, they
more of
didn't
an
know-
improvement.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they didn't know what to do with Gwen after, but that's
Oh,
a whole nother story.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll set up for
Yeah.
another
Right.
podcast.
Oh boy.
But I agree with Jpeg. I do think that the 2 first scenes were very friendly, nice, fun ways to just ease you into the episode before we get what's arguably the longest backstory in Disventure Camp history.
Oh my
Maybe we want to talk about this scene because this scene, I'll be honest, is what makes me dislike the episode or rank it lower than a 9 in terms of episode ranking, just because I feel like there was a lot that was going on in terms of Ashley's story. So,
Way to cut Marcus scenes for this.
That's what I'm saying, man. What the hell?
Like.
There's a
Justice.
southern accent quota. You can only have so much in one episode.
Oh my god.
anybody want to do the quickest recap of this?
Yeah,
Backstory?
Genesis, this is your amazing race partner. Why don't you talk about this one?
Yeah, your amazing race partner.
You want me to go over this? Okay.
Come on, partner.
Alright.
Don't be shy.
Oh my god.
You gotta do it for the fans.
All right. Okay. So we have Jake and Ashley talking on the we have Jake and Ashley sort of talking and sort of bonding over the thing. By the way, I like how they're sort of becoming friends now. After Jake no longer has Tom attached to him at the hip. They kind of share some discomfort talking about their backstories, but Ashley, in an attempt to sort of make Jake feel more comfortable with it, basically talks about, first, the barn fire, which happened, which caused her fear of fires that she had to overcome way back in DC1 episode 3. Love that episode, by the way. But then she mentioned how it wasn't the full story and how I'm trying to find the best way to keep it short. And
Good,
so
unlike Ashley.
Oh.
He's so evil for that.
essentially, what happened was at the end of the party, they left out a lot of garbage in the field area, and because the temperatures in, I forgot, she said some state, I don't remember what state, but because the temperatures were very high, it started a fire and it burned everything. There was a strong implication that some of her horses died, which
That was
Wow.
heavy. That was
The Disventure Camp death counter goes up every day. Like,
right.
they just love killing people. It's kind of
the
not
animals
passive
suffer
percentage.
so much.
Just you wait for Miriam's funeral.
Oh,
Oh boy.
hello.
But people be tweeting that out. They have the whole invites out to go to Miriam's funeral. It's amazing. I gotta reserve a seat.
It's like they're all in one place, and Marcus is like perfect. He drives his bus over all the people.
Well, I'm the one bringing everybody to the funerals.
Oh,
Yeah, Marcus
I'll
is
never-
never
The
money.
difference between reality and GTA.
The death count starts climbing.
Well, there's no consequences for Marcus. Marcus will, he's immortal. It doesn't really matter what happens to him.
right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this happened off screen, but when I was driving Miriam back after her elimination, she did unfortunately pass away.
No.
So,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to say.
The guy for the Patreon shoutouts, then we can promote
Yeah.
that here.
Yeah, she died from saying everyone's all the patrons' names. It was too much, and she
You
lost.
guys got
She stopped breathing.
Well, at least
Jinx,
one
like,
of Miriam
No,
Stop.
I contributed to that. That's crazy.
you did.
I
did
murdered
that,
her.
Tam.
happened.
I had to do that once. I remember I had to say the names of all the patrons.
Yeah.
Oh right.
I don't
yeah,
remember
you were supposed
that.
to say Tam loves you and spicy abs. You
Oh,
were the very
God.
first.
Oh god.
Yeah.
When I heard that,
Tam.
oh my god.
What was that one called? What did you say? Something spicy abs? I remember that
You
one.
Yeah.
were
Yes.
first to say Tam loves you and
Oh.
spicy abs.
Oh my
And
god.
those you want a spicy abs? I think I have that voice.
That's this Tam right
Somewhere.
here.
That's
That is
me.
this Tam. Kitty Cool is
This
Wow.
Tam and this
Oh.
Yule.
God.
There is,
It comes full circle. That's crazy.
Real.
Always.
just
Oh
so
my
you
This
know,
is just-
DC1 Tam loves Yule and his spicy abs became a meme. There is a compilation of all of the times every voice
Yeah,
actor.
like there's like
For
there's
real.
even like TikTok edits too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
the
You
best.
deserve
Yours
that.
was one of my favorite, for real. Oh my god.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, we got to improv with that a lot, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it.
I remember reading that and thinking like, this person's awesome.
Oh my god.
And she is.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she is.
Wow. Oh my god.
I would like to ask the the Southern man in this call because there's something in the script that's interesting. In the original script, it said Ashley was from Montana, but we were like, actually, Montana doesn't get hot at all. That's like a northern state.
Oh wow.
No, it can get hot depending where you are in Montana. I'm not from Montana. I'm not saying I am. But oh, I'm sorry. What was your question?
No, because I'm not American, so I don't understand how it works.
Oh, you live in
Montana
Canada?
can still get super hot.
No, I'm from Asia.
Oh, cool. Wait, so
I-
no one else here is from the Eastern United States?
I've been
Uh.
there a few times, but I'm not from there.
No,
No.
I live in New York.
Ooh.
Oh, I have been to New
Okay.
York. Yeah.
Oh my
I live
gosh.
in Las Vegas.
Oh wow.
Wait, what?
Ooh,
Ooh.
I've never been to
That's
Vegas.
Wait, who lives in Las
Cool.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Marks. Oh my
Really?
God.
Wow.
I'm excited to go to New York though. New York's an iconic city.
Real.
Mhm,
I live
yeah,
in
I love
Ohio,
New York.
so
for sure.
we're like
I think the general
the bad cousins.
the general idea is like for northernmost
That
states,
sucks.
not necessarily colder. It's
Every time
more
someone tells me they're from Ohio, I'm like, God damn it. That's the meme, right?
Even real. Yes.
Yeah.
Ohio.
And I'm
I'm in a
like,
bad state right
yes,
now.
these memes
Damn,
are
Ohio.
seriously.
Yeah. I feel like
Oh
every
my
ad is just like a make fun of Ohio. It's amazing.
I've never been to
Nothing in
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, it's
Nothing in Ohio,
it's
isn't
something. Oh, nothing. Oh my god.
It's like a rock
Yeah.
and roll Hall of Fame, and that's about it.
I'm a
Okay, you're
Cali
right.
boy.
Like several dead presidents, I believe. That's about it.
Oh my god.
I've been trying
I'm
to
a Cali
escape
boy.
all my life, so.
Oh man. But yeah,
Uh,
no. There's
Yeah.
some lore here. It was originally Montana because one of Michael's friends had a southern accent, I believe, and she was from Montana, and we were like, that's not accurate. It needs to be Texas.
Oh,
so we got
man.
it changed.
That's
Oh,
so
really?
funny.
You have a retcon.
uh, I think from what I understand, the northern states are more affected by seasons than like the southern states are.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you can have a southern accent in Montana, in like the Rocky Mountain states, because a lot of people from the south go up north. So especially like those mountain states, like the central time zone states. So there are a lot of people who do have accents, southern accents, in those states. But no, I mean like Ashley's like clearly from Texas.
Yeah.
No,
Clearly.
Yeah, at least so.
Yeah, she's just Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob.
Love
It's
her.
hard to, it's a little hard to tell, but there's a difference between a southern accent from like Virginia and then a southern accent from like Texas. Like you can make it out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And Ashley does seem like one who has faced at least one chainsaw massacre.
Real.
Oh
my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people weren't big fans of the scene because of how long it is. I agree. Like even Jared and Robert were like, she just keeps yapping. This animation.
Yeah,
so
they
boring.
were.
It's like Jake has the most filler lines. Like, yeah, you're right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like it was just like
Yeah.
we didn't even really hear that. Just let Ashley rant, and then we can get past the scene. Like I think that would.
I mean,
He's
I
like, I'm not reading all that. That sucks, or that sucks, or damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Uh,
that meme.
Crystal, the voice actor, had a monologue. You know, at the very least, she can show her acting chops. And I feel like out of all the characters, Ashley does deserve. No, not that she deserves a trauma dump, but like because she was eliminated so early, it's like fair enough, I guess.
She could get one.
If everyone can have a trauma dump, then so can Ashley. Well, I guess Will doesn't have a trauma dump yet, but you know.
We don't
You
need
guys,
it. I don't
you guys
need
had
it.
Crystal's voice actor on here, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
You're our second ever guest. You're the second guest we've ever had ever.
Oh, sweet, awesome. I gotta watch that episode you had with Crystal.
but we meant Crystal as an Ashley's voice actor. Sorry.
Yeah, her name is also
Yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
it's confusing.
Oh,
That is
it's a
confusing.
little
Oh.
confusing.
oh
But
my
Uh,
yes, go
yeah.
check out Polo's interview. It's really great, and you get to
Dan's
hear so
original,
much.
Dan's original voice actor is also named Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Original.
yeah.
Oh, was it were the voices recast for the remake of season 1?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the beta one had completely different actors, and they put out an opening casting call for the reboot. But
Gotcha.
I recently met the beta actor, and originally I thought he was you because like Scott, but
No, it wasn't me.
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, no,
Yeah.
I recently met the old beta voice actor, and I was like, it was
No.
nice.
Into the Danvers.
Yeah.
Into the Danver.
Carol
You met
Danvers.
every stand-up. That's insane. Like that's like a huge like thing to put in your resume. None other voice actors can say you've accomplished as much as you've done.
Seriously.
No. In case you didn't know, Scott, so I literally went on a whole scavenger hunt of trying to find every single Dan VA, and I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 total, including me, and it was a whole scavenger hunt to find all of them, but I did it.
So there's the Spanish one. There's the one prior to the reboot, and then there are 3 more.
Yeah. So there's the Spanish one for the reboot. There's me. There's the Spanish beta. There's English beta, and then who am I missing? Shoot.
Polish and Italian.
Yes, Polish and Italian. That's my bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's the Polish and Italian one. Bless their souls. They're all amazing.
Yeah.
Jared should have made all you guys like fight to the death to see who would be like the new Dan voice actor.
Oh,
To see who really wants it that badly.
Yes. Oh.
I feel like Genesis would kill for it. Like Dan's literally him.
Listen, I started the Dan Nation. I need to. If I don't
It's
win,
a
people are gonna be
sit-through.
disappointed.
No.
Marcus
Oh
snapped
my
the
God.
Nation in half. Just half the damnation
Yeah,
disappears.
it's gonna be like the divorce damnation. Like they're already going through a funeral right now. Might as well just like.
I can't see anyone as Dan now except Genesis. I mean, your voice is awesome, dude.
Oh,
your
thank
voice is
you.
like super great.
Oh,
You know something funny? Like every time we watch like an episode, Genesis is like, "Oh, my voice wasn't really that great." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Like, are you
Right.
trying to gaslight us?" It's like always amazing, and it
Right?
always lands every scene.
thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I'm sorry Dan's not in this season.
Oh no, it's all
Yeah.
good. I am.
Yeah. He won't be in any season. He's dead.
What?
Oh yeah, that's been a meme
Isn't
now.
it sweet?
Dan's dead.
Dan's
Jared
dead.
confirmed Dan
But,
died.
but I'm talking to him right now.
His ghost. Right.
It's the spirit. Like you can hear
Well,
us.
it's what
but I don't
Lake
know if you
said.
can hear
Are
him.
you? What did Lake say again? Do you need therapy, Marcus?
So you should be a psychologist, I think.
Yeah.
I see dead
You should see
people.
it.
Seeing ghosts.
Dead people.
So, and-
The only one who can see Dan is Nina and Marcus. Communicate.
yeah.
Probably just Nina.
Ooh.
Oh, just Nina. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
Because
just
Nina's
on-
actually dead.
True.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the lore.
There's so much you
I'm only,
can do
I'm
with
only gonna
it.
cut some of this
Seriously.
out. I'm only gonna cut some of this out so people who are watching are just confused. They're like, what's going on?
Confused.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Also, this is the
Truly.
context of every Dan funeral is because of this one image.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why.
Oops. Ooh. Yeah. He pretty much killed him right
That's
there.
that's so funny. You can literally just say that. You can literally, yeah, I made the show, and so here's what happened to the character. You have to believe me.
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
Despite any evidence to the contrary, he's dead.
Literally.
I used my
As I said
brain
so.
last time.
Snapped.
I made Tess's last name Tickles.
Oh god, no,
No.
you did not. No, that
Canon.
That's Tickles.
that's
I literally just got that.
Yeah. It's-
Crazy.
I hate that it's working on people like, what do you mean by tickles? And I'm like, stop saying it out loud. Stop saying it out
oh
loud.
my god.
There was a kid in my high school named Michael Hawk, so we used to call him Mike Hawk.
Oh,
Oh my god.
He was an asshole, so no one cared to about
Oh.
making fun of him.
oh
You
my
know,
god, that was
yeah.
destiny.
What
Then
goes around
deserve.
comes around.
Anyway, I think we should move on from the Ashley scene.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Moving
yeah.
on to the Miriam and Rhea scene. So in the Miriam and Rhea scene, Rhea's kind of like demanding Miriam to be like her little housemaid and get her some breakfast, but Miriam really goes off on Rhea, calling her a spoiled little brat and telling her that she's ruining the one good thing in her life. Basically reads Rhea to filth. I was shocked. What did you think about what she was saying?
For real.
Miriam. This was a deleted scene, by the way. We were gonna keep that whole Ashley backstory, but we were gonna cut this. I was like, no.
Right.
Cam and Jace were like, no, you can't do that.
No, like
The one good Miriam scene, like this is like it
Exactly.
needs to be cherished.
Ooh, Miriam read that
later.
actress. Sorry, I had to do that Bowie line.
So Tam said, I'm gonna read this comment 'cause it's really good. Tam said, keep this in, please, I'm begging you, it's great. Miriam's acting is a great moral compass for Rhea, is great for internal duality here. Also, I love DC2 x DC1 interactions. Please give Miriam more screen time since this is her elimination episode.
no, whoa.
Him on like all
Yeah,
like,
mate, with that.
Dang, I went in. Why? God, I was really passionate.
Yeah.
Damn 8.
We did that for all of the first 3 eliminations, James Lake, and Miriam. We were like, they kind of get scuffed in their own episode. Let's give them a little more to do. You know?
Yes.
James with the leaves
Yeah.
comment.
It is a good. It is
Go,
a nice
team,
like.
go! And Miriam
It's a
just-
nice send out for her storyline to give her like a little moral high ground moment.
Right.
For sure.
Yes. And like with Rhea too, like I love that interaction a lot.
I lost my husband due to an unavoidable tragedy, but you lost Connor because of your own damn attitude.
Huh.
Yes.
Epic
Papa.
rap battles of history. That's like bars they would say.
So real.
So, Mr. Emer, the resident Rhea lover, what are your thoughts on the scene?
Ooh.
Okay. So regarding this scene, I think it's pretty good for Rhea because at the moment, like Miriam is like speaking it out. She's like, you have a chance with someone like Connor who's willing to put like going above and beyond for you, and he treats you way better than you deserve. She's like, I think you really messed up and you broke his heart for no reason, just because for what you wanted like get more fame. She's like, I think you still have a choice. He's like, if you want to end up single and alone just like me, you're going to have a miserable life. But you still have a chance to rectify everything, even if you don't deserve a second chance. And she leaves it cold-blooded. And it ends with Rhea, like, you can say, like, Rhea's, like, really thinking it through. Like, she's like, oh wow, I really did mess up. But because she doesn't say that out loud and because there's cameras, she plays on her act once again of trying to put on this image that is fake, saying like, how dare that old lady tell that to me? Like she doesn't mean it, but she needs to say it just for the cameras. And once again, it's really playing into Ria's duality that's been hinted throughout the entire season so far, and I just love it to be more consistent. And you can see the cracks for Ria, and I think that just makes it like so much more powerful.
Perfect. Yes.
I wonder if there's another layer because Miriam is, a season winner and Rhea is a season loser. You know what I mean? From the previous seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Not loser. I wouldn't say that far. Like,
Ooh.
she just
Runner
like,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, before we continue, I gotta ask Scott, who's your favorite character that's still in the game, by the way?
Still
Yeah.
in. Well, keep in mind, I also haven't seen season 1, so I'm kind of being introduced to these new characters. These characters now, they're new to me.
Yeah.
But I really like Ellie. I like Ellie. I like. Maybe that's a bad thing, because I don't know what happened in season 1. I like Alec a lot.
Alright.
You used a
Scott,
lot then.
Scott, I have good news for you. You're in the majority of this podcast, so that's good.
Wait.
The majority.
I want to stay in you guys' good graces. Okay, good. I like Alec too. Alec's cool. Alec's mysterious. Any like mysterious character I like. And
Alec's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like Gabby's energy.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
totally
love
fair.
Gabby's energy, if you watch the first season, you're gonna get a load of Gabby's energy. Like she goes like all the rails, like chaotic. This one she's a little more tamed. So if you think this is like chaotic, go watch season 1 and you're just gonna see wow.
Yeah. Kind of like the diversity of the season 1 cast, because you have somebody who's literally a little girl, and then you have somebody who's an older woman, and then you have somebody like Gabby who's like, ADHD kind of all over the place. I don't know. I like the season 1. I gotta watch season 1. That's the point I'm trying to make. But I do have to get going, you guys. I
Oh.
appreciate you guys so much for inviting me on. This was a lot of fun.
It was great
I
having
want
you
to
here.
thank you
It
for
was
making
great.
time to come here because we
Yeah.
all appreciate your presence and being around. And I'm glad like you're taking a toe dip into the fandom by starting here, and I think everyone here appreciates that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
100%.
I had so much
Yeah.
fun getting to know you and hearing your story. So thanks so much for sharing it. Thanks for coming out.
Of course,
If you
yeah,
ever
it's very
wanna-
sweet.
If you ever want to join us for a bonus episode to talk about Total Drama, you're free to do that.
Ooh.
You
If
want-
if you guys will invite me, then I'd love to. Yeah,
Yes.
this
We'll
feels
make
like
something
this
just
feels
for
like a
you.
family I should have been more involved with, because we're all part of the show.
It's never
this
too
is
late.
so
We'll always
cool.
be a family.
Aw.
So
It's
there's
always a
only
little
2
sweet.
seasons, so we have a long way to go.
Mhm.
We're gonna make a lot more seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah! And guess who will be like the part of it all? Marcus.
He's
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
character who's immortal, so he'll never die.
Exactly. The
Exactly.
contestants, the contestants disappear over time, but Marcus is forever.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
this is his forever job.
Yeah.
He's got
He's just-
tenure.
he loves the simple life.
Oh my god. Marcus
Please
episode.
follow
Cool.
Scott in the descriptions. His links will be in the description. Go follow him if you want.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
And then
As
there were
one-
5.
Yeah.
Bye.
As one old man departs, I think it's time for us to move just right back to the other old men of Disventure Camp.
Oh my god.
What a segue! Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
The old men of
Let's
Disventure Camp.
talk about that.
I love
Oh
host
men.
This scene between Alec and Connor was just so good. Like, we got to
It
hear
is.
a little bit more about Alec and his wife's separation, and how, if there was any justification to the line, I wish my kid was more like you, Fiore, I guess the justification would be that you didn't want a kid in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, no fault there. Like, what a good save. What a good save on the writer's part. A good
Yeah.
damn control on the writer's part. Um,
Good.
I said
And
that as a
Alec
joke
giving-
one.
and Alec giving Connor this much needed advice. Like, I'm sorry, any real friend would tell Connor, like, look, if this girl is acting fake and to harm you when you're in front of cameras, she's not good for you. Like, you need to realize that.
is very good advice.
Yes.
I love the age diversity with these characters. Alec and Rhea are 30, Connor is 50, and Miriam is 70. It's great. They're all separate by 20 years.
Isn't Miriam like
That's
81?
super interesting.
I literally wrote it down here.
How old is Alec again? I
He's like
forget.
30, 31, I
32.
think.
Oh.
32.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
great.
Okay.
I also
Miriam's
like
74.
usually you expect the elder one to be giving the advice, but
Right.
it's kind of like the opposite, you know? It's like the younger one's
Yeah.
giving life advice. It's nice to
Well,
see.
Well, you say it's nice to see, but we've already seen it with Fury and Gret, and we saw it with Rhea and Connor in season 2. So like,
Oh wait,
I
Oh.
think, yeah, I think that bar's already been broken, buddy.
listen,
really?
I only thought of it now. Okay.
It's actually Fury and Alec. Like, let me just make that list longer. Who else can I add to that list now? Just to, like, really.
I feel like, and I have no confirmation of this, but I feel like what Connor's going through right now is kind of in response to DC2, where Connor, he's like, I'm gonna find myself, disappears. Okay, I found myself. It kind of happens off screen. So I do think that this is in response to that, and I think that's great. You know, we're getting some Connor development.
Right. Yeah. So we didn't
Yeah.
find himself. Okay.
We're watching him find himself.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay.
It's great.
I love that.
I love Connor's mannerisms too. Like when he like talks, like you can really tell it's like within his age. Like he says like munchkins. Like it's like I really feel like the writing is so refined for Connor this season. It's just like why he's such a star character.
It's
Whenever
so
I see him on the screen, I'm
funny.
just happy to
Oh.
see.
He's got a lot of great funny lines too. Like a nice little, just like, I wouldn't even say meme lines, just like lines that have a lot of comedic value because of the characterization Michael Kim gives.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Come a long
gotta
way.
give, like,
He
a
really-
whole-
I kept on saying this, but there's a reason why Connor deserves to be on All Stars, and this is why.
I know.
Period.
I was like the one fan who's like in this podcast right now because like I don't think Genesis fight as much as Connor is me. Like I was like going all lawyer mode on Connor. I was like, Connor's amazing because of this. I gave like a whole list,
Right.
and everyone's like, I don't know. I think I'd rather see Rosa or Kai. I'm like, oh, bruh.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
That was perfect.
But yeah, no, it's a great scene. And one more thing,
It was great.
Connor says the word munchkins. I don't know if you guys know, but munchkins comes from the Wizard of Oz.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh
gosh.
no, yeah, I knew that. I caught that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There
did.
you go.
Wink. I'm gonna say this now because I don't think I'll ever have a natural way to say this, but when I pitched Hunter, Ali, and Tess, it was like a Wizard of Oz pitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, I think
Yeah,
you did
you told-
mention.
When I
Like,
first
you
read
tormented
know,
me
it,
this
other
whole
different
time.
episodes.
I was like, "What the heck is
yeah.
this?" I was like, "What?" But then when I was reading on, I was like, "Oh my god, it does make sense." Oh my
You know
gosh.
what I'm talking about?
Wizard of Oz between Hunter, Ali, and Tess being the scarecrow, the lion, and the what was it? The
Man.
robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs the heart
Tin
again?
Man.
The Tin Man.
Tin Man.
The Tin Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the lion wants courage, and then the scarecrow wants a brain.
Yeah. Well, obviously Hunter needed a brain.
yeah, I know.
Like that makes
Yeah.
sense.
For
The
real.
lion needs a courage, and the Tin Man needs a heart. And I gave all three of them.
That's cute.
They're kind of going through stuff right now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I shoehorn it in because Connor says munchkins. That's how I shoehorn the conversation.
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute little
Aw.
reference.
It is.
Connor's Toto or something.
It's just a nice cute little scene to add both
Maria's
characterizations.
Dorothy with her little shiny red slippers.
Alec is the flying monkey. Who's the witch? Who's the evil witch? I don't know.
I guess Yule.
Miriam.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like you would be iconic enough to be the witch, and it's just like I'm melting. Like you look dramatic enough to pull
I'm
that off.
melting.
Melting! I'm melting!
I'm gonna freak.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Aiden is Toto.
I don't know. It was just a really cute. It was a
Yeah.
really nice, cute scene to like give characterization to Alec and Connor, and give like Alec a little bit of like personal storyline before giving him this like next like couple of scenes like this strategic mastermind storyline. Who wants to describe that for us? This little villain.
Oh
Jesus.
yes,
But I'll give it to Jpeg. Do you want to do strategic? Because I know you
Okay.
like doing that too.
I'll do it. This is a really good move. So Hunter and Ali start enjoying a fish. Hunter says, "This fish is delicious." No, I'm kidding.
God.
Alec comes out of the bushes. He's like, "Hey, Fiore, come over here." And Fiore's like, "Fine, I guess." She doesn't say that. she obliges.
Don't touch
So they
my
wanna walk-
fish.
Who was that? Was that Genesis?
Yeah.
No,
That was
no, that
me.
wasn't me.
Oh,
Oh, that was you.
That was me. Yeah.
that was you.
I couldn't tell.
Oh my god.
So they go on a
Sorry.
walk, and Ellie says, "Oh, you scared me, dickhead." Alec gathers the troops. It's very ominous. Not Alec, sorry. God, their names are so similar. Ellie is confused. Ellie is confused, but then Fiore and Ellie. By the way, Fiore and Ellie, like, really interesting, a big sister, little sister energy. I know we said that
It's
with
cute.
Ashley and Fiore, but also Ellie and Fiore.
Yeah.
I feel like Red and Fury are more big sister, little sister kind of energy too. Like we can add into that list. Fury just has a whole family. That's what the whole thing is.
Yeah, a little evil
Hey, great.
family.
Now, why are we talking about
You're
family
evil.
now that Scott left?
Yeah, it's all about family.
So more or less, Alec just introduces everyone to the Alliance, say we'll be an unstoppable force, and everyone more or less agrees. Ellie and Fiore don't really agree at first, but it's kind of like, what are you going to do about it? Like, you might as well say yes.
Fury has like
as
no
well.
options. It was so funny. Where it's like Alex like Fury, if you're like gone and you're missing in the middle of the ocean, your team wouldn't even care to look for you. And she's like, shit, he's right.
That was so funny.
Yeah. So it's great. It's like all the villains come together. So to all the people that wanted heroes versus villains, there you go. It's kind of happening, I guess.
Yes.
I know which side I'm rooting for.
Oh yeah, we know what side you're rooting for.
Yeah, I'm so predictable.
Oh my god.
And I think this is a good move. I don't think there's ever been a cross-team alliance. It does make sense to do it now that it's All-Stars. They all know each other. They're not restricted by teams.
Gabby and Ellie are technically a cross-team alliance, if you consider it
Yeah.
that way. And Maggie and Kai, but they're not even like voting. They're not smart enough. But there's also
Gabby were on the
So-
same team for like a few minutes. They were on the same team for a few minutes.
Oh my god.
yeah, like during the swap too. Like
Yeah.
okay,
And now we must highlight very quickly that Yule says a very unhinged line about Rhea.
yeah,
When we saw this, we were like, "Oh my god, we're getting canceled for this."
yeah.
God, I
So
love like
wild.
looking through the voice lines in the folder and like all the little variations that Mark did with that line. It was
I don't even
so
know if
funny.
Marks wants to say this.
Yeah.
I mean, the confessional, I did give a lot of variations.
Yes!
But,
It was so funny.
I am happy with the one that they went with because it did include Yule not knowing Alec's name, which I know a lot of people have like commented on. But I was just trying to add on to the meme that Yule thinks it's fans versus favorites, and he doesn't know these fans who are with him, so he doesn't know their name. He's just like, I'm just gonna go with this guy's pick.
It's canon.
I really hope there's no like future episode where Yule acknowledges season 1. He's just constantly in the dark.
Right.
He's just like, what are these people doing here?
Yeah.
You know, as an Indian, I have to say that's pretty funny.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Oh my god, you got like so getting me in the defend the
Here's a
line.
little. I put in the podcast chat, but when Yule says, "What's her name again? Rhea." We wanted to be Raya.
Yeah.
A little inside joke to James.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Changing all the
that
both
didn't
say
It's
get
Raya.
so
That'd
funny.
been so funny.
What's her name again? Raya.
Raya? Oh my god.
Raya.
Raya.
So
Raya.
funny though, because like Rhea sends Yule to his doom in his first season, but he does not give a shit about what happened to him that time. He's like, I forgot all about it at this point.
Seriously.
it's like- And he's just like, eh. He's like, who are you again? I don't remember you. And it's like, he was like, I'm the one who made you go home.
Right.
Anytime Yule hears season 3, he's like, "You guys know how to count? Come on, season 2."
He would do that.
But yeah, no, the villains alliance, they come together. Anyone have any other thoughts on the scene?
I just love how Yule seems like the kind of person who's like trying to get through the game, knowing or without caring to learn without caring to learn as much as he possibly can, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I also.
He's kind of just like, hey, you do all the strategizing, like just like carry me to the end. Like I don't want to think about it. Like don't. I'm here to look pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
You be
Real.
the brains of the operation.
Yes. He said I
heard
tried
some
that
comment
before. Oh
that
my
said,
God.
like, Yule would never work with Alec. Yule would think Alec is the most boring person ever. And I was like, dude, he worked with Hunter last season.
Right. Wait. What are you talking about?
What do you mean boring?
What?
Yule doesn't care.
Wait, since when was Yule the most boring character?
No. Yule would think Alec is the most boring character.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Like,
no!
Come on now.
No,
Like, it was kind of
no.
established, pretty much. Like
he worked with Hunter last time. He didn't care
Hunter,
about boring.
literally Hunter and Tess, like.
okay,
Come
yeah,
on
but, like,
now.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I will say though, I do also want to point something out. It's like not mentioned much, but like Gret's like a little like, oh yes, I taught my fans about this. Teamwork makes the dream work. I love how Gret's really selling out her fake act that she mentioned in episode 1 to make money, and she's like really playing it off a kind of it, and it's like just so funny to see. Because it's like you can see Gret's little fake, shady scheme that she's still like pulling around about trying to sell her supplements
Oh,
to
for
get
real.
people to buy them.
Yes. She's really trying to
Yeah.
sell it out.
Her salesman arc.
Gotta love the post-game reality TV star dream.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we'll go to the next scene, and the next scene is like a continuation of this scene. Miriam basically was in the bushes or whatever and heard everything Alec said, which is pretty great.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty convenient.
I think that this was kind of like meta. This was put here because of the criticisms of DC1 episode 8, where Derek kind of exposes the villains alliance. You know, no one deduces it. Like Derek just kind of like, hey, here you go, guys, it's the villains alliance.
That's what you were talking about. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So the fact that someone, specifically the person that should have done it in season 1, like found out the alliance and exposed them a little bit is like, spicy.
Oh, spicy.
It's like she didn't get to do it last time, but now she get to do it this time, and it's pretty much the same people as well. It's Alec, Gret, Fiore plus like 3 friends.
Mhm.
So
The free friends.
so it's pretty much the same group. So there you go. That's the damage control. Miriam actually got to expose them this time.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. Now that you put it that way, yeah, it makes the scene feel a little better. They're not like just too overly like convenient, but
like yeah, Miriam being in the bushes is a little too convenient, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like, how is she gonna deduce it? I guess she could
Right.
be like, 4 of them are missing. I wonder
yeah,
what they're doing.
yeah,
She
right.
literally she actually saw all 4 of them walk away together, so like she still could have deduced it that way. It's just
Yeah.
like, nah, we gotta really like solidify this like more plot convenience so like make sure it lands.
Right.
I don't think it was plot convenient. I think it's just they wanted to give Alec and Miriam a battle of wits.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Huh.
I like the setup though. Like
Yeah.
this is like a good setup, but whether it's paid off well is like a whole other story. But I think like for now, like it's a great scene.
Yeah. At least it wasn't like James and the Carol thing, like
Yeah,
recording
that's so
video
bad.
evidence.
Yeah, let me get my camera out. It'd be so funny if we just had selfie mode when recording.
Oh my
You know,
god.
we're skipping ahead here, but that's what I like about this is because like Connor. I know it's a very brief scene because like they get exposed immediately anyway, but Connor doesn't know whether to trust her at first. He's like, is this true? He doesn't
Right.
have objective proof yet.
Yeah. Because it's your word over
Yeah.
his word and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like that. So I feel like comes across a little convenient, but at the same time, out of the exposes so far, this is probably one of the better ones. I feel.
Right. I agree.
Well, yeah.
Emer, you want to say something?
I'm
The
gonna
war is
save
brewing.
it for later. I'm just gonna
Oh,
like bag
okay.
everything up and just like let it out.
Is this
Just
just
like
gonna be
Imer.
build up to the end, and then it's gonna be like
Right.
It's gonna be the war, basically.
Exactly.
That's
It's the build up.
Yeah.
So we cut to the
It's gonna
challenge, and we can briefly talk about the challenge. There are a few rounds, and some of them are pretty funny.
Yes.
But Fiore has an amazing line that Tam added, which is, "How am I supposed to get the bag from these ogres?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't
Another
think that would
ogre's
get
face.
in. I was just like, because I was just thinking of this is so bad. I was thinking of Maggie, but
Yeah, I know.
from
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
When I
this
was
is
the
your
episode, I was like,
Maggie.
Tam added this because of Maggie, didn't she?
That's
wanna
the
death
Maggie
throw
reference
it.
that everyone wanted. Yeah. Like
So,
you
Maggie
said,
fans,
but
you got
Fiore
your-
did. You got. She's an ogre. That's all
I'm
Maggie's known
so
for now.
bad.
That's your
So
legacy.
who wants to quickly
God.
read the scenes? Oh, by the way, the challenge is just Roblox. You get the sandbag from the sand, I guess.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I'm sorry, guys. I have to go. My
Oh.
sinuses are acting up, and I really gotta just.
Oh
Yeah,
no, yeah, no
just
problem.
one
No
minute.
worries.
Oh,
I'm
No
gosh.
problem.
so sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Sorry, yeah,
Feel
no,
better.
no.
All
So
right.
much. You probably have like the best intro boy out of
Yeah.
all. of us.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
literally, I'm
you-
just
like-
like, yeah.
You went
own the
hard.
role.
Thank
God.
you, guys. Thank you, guys. I'll type up the MVP and the LVP in the chat.
Hey, it's your host Imer. Before we go back to the Disventure Dispatch, I want to thank the fans who make lovely art of us. For audio listeners, you will be missing out, but check us out on YouTube, Golden Goose Productions, to see the art. If you want to have art featured, tag one of the podcast hosts with the links of our handles in the description. And if you're enjoying the podcast, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe as we appreciate it. After subscribing, please turn on notifications for future episodes of the podcast. Now, let's continue back to the podcast. Alright, so first we have Derek and Trevor demonstrate the challenge. Derek loses to Trevor, like as always, in every fight they do. Next up, we have the first round. They got to put up their strongest team. You know they put up Tom. And then Yellow Team's like, we're going to put up our strongest member, which is Gret, because Gret has the best challenge stats. And then they just put Allie just because, like, we're going to lose this round anyways. Just throw our weakest member. Besides Fiore.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say weakest member. You got Fury.
Besides Fiore, like, we don't believe in child violence here, besides DC1's whole season. Anyways, Gret
God.
plays Allie like a fiddle that she is, until Tom's like, I'm gonna just sweep in and take out Gret. And then Tom just like outruns her and gets the point. And this is why Gabby's like, woohoo, that's why she's a cop. That was such a wild line. Then we have second round. This is where I said it before that this challenge can have strategic ideas added to it, and it is Hunter versus Gabby versus Yule. Gabby and Yule, like they said, they're both chaotic personalities. They're just gonna go for the bag right away because they're like, it's money, gotta grab it fast. Hunter's like, I'll just wait right here. And speaking of money, Hunter grabs it and goes, easy money,
Yes!
and gets the point.
Easy money.
Oh my god.
Money.
J-Mo, thank you for
Man.
that line. Thank you.
Man.
J-Mo killed it. And then you know, I just
by the way,
realized.
before we continue, Gret yeets Allie's glasses. It's kind of like, wow.
Yeah, that was.
Well, don't do that.
She did 2 for 2 for Gret and glasses.
Oh,
She's,
oh my god, yeah. Dang.
yeah, Gret's. Well, the first one was unintentional. Like, but like, it's still we got to count it for her kill count of glasses. Then
Allie, wait, before we go, Allie's line is, "Hey, my glasses, jerk." And my suggestion was, or sorry, Jason's suggestion was, can she say noob? Hey, my glasses, noob.
Noob. Oh my god.
it'd be
I love
like,
that.
Allie's like, "Hey, my glasses. This is like hacked."
Hacks.
You're hacking.
Oh
You're
god, the
hacking
glasses.
game. Oh my god.
Seriously.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Genesis, to bring up trauma, but anyways, we know how that point goes. It's kind of funny though. I think like Allie's like cheering for like Hunter, but Hunter didn't cheer for Allie. It was Ashley did that. It's just a testament to how good the relationship is. Anyways, moving on to the next one. It's Aiden versus Jake versus the King Connor.
Oh, by the way, here.
Like, oh no, my God! Stop.
Wait,
Okay,
let
I
me
gotta
see
pay
this.
attention.
So
I'm paying
I'm making
attention.
it in, but I wanted when Hunter wins the point, I wanted Allie to say, "Well done, Lone Ranger."
Oh my God, that would have been perfect.
Lone Ranger. I love that. That would have been
Just
so
to like
cute.
retroactively make it so that the DC2 line is now it's like a cute nickname. instead of
Yeah.
being cringe.
That would make so
Well
much
done, Lone
Oh.
Ranger.
more sense.
Like I said, no chemistry. They don't get cool things. Anyways, moving on. So
Damn.
Aiden and Jake and
Yikes.
Connor, they're fighting, and Jake's like, "All right, this is my time to talk," and like
Oh my
Jake's
god.
just like, "Hey," he's like, "How's Tom?" He's like, he's okay. Like Aiden's like, what do you mean by? He's like, did he mention me? And it's like, not really. And then he's
Jake is
like,
so
then like,
messy.
oh, and then Connor's like, oh wow, these two people are kind of dumb. I'm gonna just grab the point and just goes for the finish line. And then he's like, he's going for the finish line right now. He gotta stop. So they're just like running, and Aiden gets the thing. He gets the bag. He's about to do it, and then Jake's like, "Nah, I'm pushing you," and he grabs the point. And then this is the scene that has every fan like riled up. Is Tom's like, "Way to go, Jake!
Yeah.
You talk about being a fair player,"
Oh
and
my
it's so funny. He tripped Gret, who
Ex-
so brutally. He did it twice actually. He did it in episode 2.
Get him, get
So
him.
yeah, like
Drag
this is
that
like
pig.
Tom's hypocrisy moment. Yeah, he is a pig. He's
Right?
stinky.
No,
he
he's
attacks
like-
Brett and then tries to call out Jake. Like,
Exactly. You come for
nah.
the queen? Like, really? No, the double
Yeah.
standard is real. Oh my god, that
yes.
yeah, that line
Like
had
what
me
is it
hyped.
because? What is it because like it's Gretchen's a villain. She doesn't deserve remorse,
Exactly.
but because Aiden's nice, he deserves. I feel like we need to treat everyone fair. Anyways,
Exactly.
it just Jake's like ugh. He's like okay. And then now we have the next matchup, and everyone's like, Ashley,
Wait,
if you don't get
before we continue, we need to
Yeah.
address something. So, I remember in the proofreader strat, Jace was kind of beating himself up because of all the drama that was surrounding the "Oh, real classy Jake" line.
Oh,
I do have to point out that, like, in the script, sometimes we do miss the animation cues because it's so like we skim over it.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure all of us kind of skimmed Tom trips Gret. Like we didn't like think anything of it.
mhm.
So,
Yeah.
When he calls he calls Jake out for doing pretty much the same thing, it's like, huh, we didn't think of that. Yeah, that probably does look a little hypocritical.
I know.
But
Yeah.
it's fine though. I think like here's the thing. In the greatest purpose, I think Tom being a hypocrite is in character because he's like contrary to what people think I am not dumb, and it's like yeah. Like I think Tom's like kind of set himself up to be a hypocrite this season. So I think this is a good direction personally, playing devil's advocate. But I do think if you want Tom to be in the
I mean,
right,
he
this
was
is a terrible
already-
direction.
I was saying he was already kind of like a hypocrite from the beginning. Did I say hypocrite? Never mind. He was already kind of a hypocrite from the beginning because of the whole like like oh like we should just be friends and we should just kind of like talk it out with each other at the end of season 1, and then at the beginning of season 3 it's like oh yeah the same person who advocated for proper communication and friendship just straight up didn't talk to Jake for 2 years.
Right. That is true. Yeah.
I also just remembered
Yeah,
another
He was
hypocrite
already a
moment.
hypocrite. It
Yeah.
works.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Okay,
there's
good.
another one too. In episode 3, he's like, Miriam, why did you play us? He's like, you didn't call for 2 years. Like, he's like, why you mad at me, Miriam? Like,
Right.
Tom's it's just hypocrisy, officer hypocrite. Like, I think he's
Exactly.
just playing in character right now.
Drag him.
From officer himbo to officer hypocrite.
Officer himbo hypocrite pig. Like,
Right.
that's his whole title.
Now that he wants to be cop, like, come on now. Quit this.
Yeah.
And like, I do think it's a good addition though, because I feel like Jake is almost always treated pretty badly, both by the narrative and the fans. So to show that like they're all flawed, they're all stressed the hell out, they're all it's high stakes.
That's
Show
Yeah.
a little bit of hypocrisy just to like even the
Also-
odds, show that everyone's flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a longer season too, so it's like it's gonna really get into them, like the effects and like the 2 years time skip of like the fan reception. It's got in their head a lot, so not as level headed as they were like blindly. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna do this show. No one's gonna have anything negative to say about me. But now like it's really kicking them in, and I think that's just makes this season so much more fun and chaotic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah. Y'all just have to wait and
Yeah.
see.
So what happens? So the next round
Next.
is Miriam and Ashley and someone else, I think.
Tess,
And Tess.
the one they give you their profile picture. Like, this is what
I forgot.
you forgot.
You forgot
Just like,
the test
anyways.
ambassador. Mm-mm-mm.
And guess what? Besides Hunter not cheering Allie, he cheers Ashley. I just think that's so funny. And it just shows
Ooh.
how little chemistry this ship has.
Ooh.
And it's really like when I drag it, I actually
Emer-
have points.
Imer, I don't know who you're trying to prove to. Everyone agrees with you. Who are you trying to prove?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Just like I just want to be
All of us
horse,
agree
right?
with you. The fans all agree with you. No one deserves it.
Hunt tally is
I
not
know,
real.
All right, let's just move on. Anyways, we see Ashley. She's like, "All right, I gotta get the point," and she figures like Hunter's right. If you don't get this point, we're screwed because I gotta play next. And Ashley's like, "All right, I got this, guys. Don't shiver your boots because I'm coming to get the sandbag." Anyways, we see she just slides through test. That's like, you know what? I don't want to mess with that. And then Miriam's like, you know what? If this cowgirl thinks she's just gonna play me like a fiddle just that easily, I got a sandball right now. And then tosses in her face, and Ashley just screams. And it's just so funny to see Ashley not be good at a challenge for once. It's kind of like with Lake in episode 2, and like other people like that are challenge beasts that have like flaws. But anyways, it doesn't matter with the
That's a
flaw
good
because
point.
Miriam always was perfect at like executing her plans, but this time it didn't work out because Ashley just got the point. And I just love how there's no like plot convenience like challenge comeback. Like sometimes it's just like, they just messed up. And, like it's still like it gives the intensity. So now it's like everyone can pick, you can go either way now. And I think that's just an amazing idea to how it's implemented the team. So it's not always perfect, but there can be choppy, cool moves. And yeah, and that means Magenta team has pretty much locked their win. And they get sleeping bags, even though they have a waterproof tent. Might as well just like they kind of got chipped actually, because in season 1 they got waterproof tent and sleeping bags. Now it's like you're gonna get one per challenge win. It's like Crystal's kind of being cheesy. She's like not giving them like the full bundle. She's like
Yeah.
splitting it up.
It's like
Anyways,
one
this
sleeping bag for all 5 people.
yeah. Fury's just not gonna be allowed to share the sleeping bag. They're just gonna kick her out.
Hunter's like, no, get out.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
Here's a little
should we
quick
talk
line
about the
suggestion. Tam said when Ashley says, "That's a foul," Tam was gonna put "That's a foul" as a chicken coop.
And hey, I was thinking about the
I
most
love what
countryisms.
I love Jace's response. Like, I think foul here refers to a foul.
Oh my god, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
This is just the just desserts.
Yes, the
energy coming
justice.
back once
I
again.
still freaking hate that line. What is a just desserts? Oh my god.
That's a common phrase.
How? I've never heard in my life.
I live in Asia and I've heard of it.
God dang it! I guess in Ohio it's
Ohio's
Yeah,
just
they
separate
don't
from
have, like,
everything else
desserts
in the
in
world.
Ohio.
literally.
They don't have desserts in
We just-
Ohio.
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't.
have
Hard.
desserts.
All right. So
We'll
you know
get
how,
our
remember
just
like
desserts.
remember how in episode
Oh,
like
next scene.
2, in episode 2 we had the goose chasing down Yule, which is basically Marks versus Jpeg. Now it's Rhea versus Ellie, which is kind of setting up Jpeg versus me. And like
That's
the show truth in every battle, what happens? I win. So just like that, Rhea won, and she did like a Jensen from AC. Remember Jensen AC?
Excuse me?
He threw dirt in the eye of
Who
Tom.
won
Now
the challenge?
Oh my god.
Who won the challenge?
well, she got 1 point. She literally needed a hand-me-down point. Like that's how bad Ellie is at challenges. Wait, actually, Ellie also got a hand-me-down point, and DC won for her only immunity. Was it her only?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, she needed 2 necklaces too. So like in the truth, Ellie can never win challenges on her own basis, and she needs to be handed them by open arms.
Rhea
Yeah.
needs to throw sand at someone's face to win challenges.
I'll
He
put
needs to
some
be
And
dirty.
you
dirt
know
in your eyes.
Yeah, you know what? She pulled the Jensen
like-
AC, and it worked.
Look, can I beat James in a challenge? No. If I break James's legs, yeah, I can beat him if I like stab his legs.
Oh,
Sure.
oh my god.
No,
How'd you even do that?
It's like
Crazy.
pack a
But-
knife with me. It's like
But
Now I-
then you also
James has legs of steel, okay?
well, so that's
Not
not the
Aiden's
important
legs.
Rhea
scene.
did
Like,
something too.
yeah, like Ellie wasn't
Connor
that
Did
important.
something.
Yeah,
Connor says, "Was it necessary to throw sand in her eyes?"
Oh
And
my
right off the
god.
bat, right off the bat, you can tell Connor has not seen DC1 because if he did, he would not be defending Ellie.
Right. Right.
yeah,
Connor has
Yeah,
seen DC1.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
literally.
He's running a company, and he's just expanded. It's like he doesn't have time to watch a season his girlfriend's not in.
Exactly.
Yeah, Connor and Neil are
girlfriend
bonding
watch.
over thinking it's fans versus favorites.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, it's the alliance. It's gonna be inside.
They're sharing
It's
one
the-
brain cell. Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyways,
And so Yule has
yeah.
the most amazing line ever. Stop him! The pig has it!
That was so freaking
We can't. Oh my god, bro.
Yule just keeps
And-
getting iconic line after iconic line.
Literally.
I know this is.
Freaking
Yule's just
amazing.
like he's coming for everyone's throat in terms of one-liners. Like, what do you mean you're the best one-liner character? I am, and I just think we
Yes.
gotta. I think they can. That's why we need more Yule.
The pig has it. Oh my
Alec,
god.
and Alec throws the challenge in the. I don't know if you remember this, Alec. Sorry, not Alec. Emer. In
Yeah.
Survivor Worlds Apart, one of the future winner of Survivor Worlds Apart throws one of the challenges in the funniest way possible, and that's what this reminds me of.
I forget the exact bro, but I do
don't
remember
know if
something
you
like
remember
that.
because it's not
Yeah,
super
it's been a while
memorable, but
since
it's
I've seen it.
hilarious.
Yeah, but yeah, it's so funny though. Like I just love seeing when challenges are thrown, and it's just like the worst liars too. It's like, oh no,
Yes.
I lost the point. The point it fell out of my hands. And
Right.
what am I
So
gonna
Alec,
do?
after Alec
What
says,
isn't it?
"Stop! The pig has it," Alec's like, "What?"
What?
I'm
Oh
just
my
ran his little
God.
pork chop legs to the finish line, and he didn't get caught to the slaughter tonight.
Um,
Oh god.
so yeah, Alec goes again. He's like, "Ellie, take my bag," and she's like, "Okay." She does it.
Bro, I don't. You know what? This just shows Yell Team's bad team dynamics. They should have sent Gret because we've seen Gret beat up Belly before. Like she's done it twice, right? Yeah, more or less. So it's like they're like we're gonna send Alec just because. Why not? Like we just give him a second chance, and because of that kindness, they lost the challenge and no reward.
No reward.
Yeah, that's a good segue to the next. Well, actually, we got to talk about
We
the.
gotta talk about. Yes, that's my baby.
Yeah, that'd be.
Oh.
It was,
People
I-
were like, Gabby, why were you calling her your buddy? You're already dating. It's like,
it's
no, she's my
baddie.
Baddie. Oh
I
my
still,
god.
I'm gonna still go attest to this. I think Ellie and Gabby, they should have had a kiss moment. Like it's like this is like the perfect setup. It's like Ellie won, she killed it for her team, and I feel like that would have been cuter. But like I said, in the end of the day, it's not a big deal. Like overall, like they're still a couple, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time. So Miriam
We
has
do
a
have
confession. It's like if. Okay, we do. Okay, yeah, true.
have a lot of
He's
time.
like, if Alec thinks he's gonna fail the challenge and get away, the Miriam Monarch has something to say against it. And that's when she's like, it's kind of like if you watch Survivor. Oh, Jpeg, you might get this. Like the Natalie Napalm. That's what Miriam
Yeah.
basically does.
It's time
And
for
she's
some
like-
Miriam. What did you say again? Miriam, what?
Monarch. I don't know. Like, but like if you want
Miriam Monarch.
the Miriam Monarch's about to strike. She's like, oh, I guess it's me or Connor. It's like, what do you mean? Gret's like trying to lie it out. She's like, I think you're delusional, lead. She's like, no. I heard about your villain alliance. You think it's a little secret, but I know your villain alliance already. It's only day one, and I caught on. And they're like, Connor's like, what do you mean villain's alliance? Rhea would never do that. She's such a sweet old lady. She's a sweet young lady. And then she's like, and then she lists them all out. She has them all their names. She has like the star effects of how much they've talked during the meeting. And then,
All right, who's
and then-
the rat that told the old hag?
that's such a good line. And then she's like, Alec told me he has an alliance with me. He has an alliance with Jake, and he had an alliance with all of you. He's playing every side.
He gets around.
And then he's like, and then Alec's like, no, she overheard. And then it's like, you sure I overheard? And then she's like, also, then she does one last trick. She's like, Gret, you've been backstabbed by Alec before. Are you going to let him do it again? You've already faced the pain. Why don't you just deal with the pain now? Like, to take out the pain that's coming your way. And then Gret's like, you know what? I ain't having any of this. I'm not taking any risks. We're going in private. And then Connor's like, Rhea, we should go in private. And Alec's like, what the fuck?
Whoa,
Like,
that was-
he's just like,
That was a good
jaw-dropped.
impression.
Like, he's like, I knew you were. He's like, Miriam was trouble in my priority list, but I didn't know she'd blow my game up right away.
I didn't know she would do that. Oh man.
Yeah.
God, you guys are coming out with the impressions.
And now this is my favorite scene. It's the Yule and Gret scene. 'Cause
Yes, please.
It's like,
Just
what if
realized
Miriam?
something?
Yeah.
You will regret. You will regret.
You'll
Yeah,
regret
that's
this.
I actually had that in my notes. I was gonna mention that later, like when they show like the lineup of the characters. I was like, you'll regret,
You'll
and
regret.
it's so funny.
You'll regret. Oh my god.
Yeah, I
And it's
love
like
this.
Connor, you'll regret this, Connor, for voting for me. That's gonna be a segment. That's like the force.
That's a good one. That's a good.
Anyways, all right. It's like what, and then Gret's like, what if? Let's think about the possibility if Miriam's right. We can just be giving Alec all the power. And Yul's like, what's the? Like, why should we risk it? You're not in hot water. I am because Conria are gonna team up and throw my name out. So we gotta stick with Alec. And Miriam's already like, they know they can't trust her. And she's like, but what if we take our chances? And she's like again, once again, you're not in the hot seat. I am. And then Gret's like, once again, like we see boundaries set. Like Yul doesn't like being touched, and Gret hates being yelled at. But Yul doesn't care right now because he's like, nope, it's over. We're just going to Alec. No more discussion. I am done with this conversation. And that leaves a little something in Gret's mind, which I'll go into later.
Oh,
But it is definitely curious.
period.
But then speaking of lovely couples, we got to talk about a lovelier couple, Connor and Rhea. And he's like, Connor's like, these are your new friends. You switched tables. You're not in the geeky table. You're in the Regina George table, whatever. You never know.
He would think in Mean Girls terms, I swear.
I've never seen the
Connor,
movie. so I
Connor
don't
watches
know.
Mean Girls to get along with the other
Yes!
characters. They're like, oh yeah, it's like Regina George. I don't know why Connor became Seth Rogen. Connor Seth
How
Rogen.
did I don't even know how I got this analogy. I've never seen Mean Girls in my life, but I'll go with it. Anyways, he's like, Miriam spelled it out. He's like, no, Connor, you're confused. You're being delusional. Like as James said to Yule, you gotta think clearly. He's like, I think I know pretty clearly what to do. He's like, you're not giving me any choice of what to do. Like even if you're gonna protect me, I just gotta go along. I'm gonna be the next one voted out. He's like, eh. And then it's just like awkward face. But now, speaking of awkwardness, they gotta start voting people out. And
Before we
there's
get
a lot
into
of
that, does anyone want to talk about that whole scene? Because like, I think this scene made me realize, oh yeah, yellow team is like by far the strongest. It's like by
What do
far
you?
the strongest.
How do you not know this joke when you saw the roster? Like they were obviously gonna deliver the
No,
chaos
because
that
like
we want.
when James was there, it was like, oh, it's fun. It's like such a clusterfuck on magenta. But I'm like, nah, never mind. Yellow's better.
No.
Right, yeah.
Yellow's always the best. It's just they were just too good at challenges to just avoid tribal
Yeah.
or
It's also
elimination
just 'cause they
before
were
you
winning. They were just winning all the time, right? So we didn't
Exactly.
have that drama yet. But now we really
Well,
have the drama.
in Rhea's terms, they weren't winning; they were floating because she didn't get a reward yet. Like,
No reward!
I love it. We just need to counter that. This is oh my god, this is one
Easy
real
one,
like
eh?
out first
You
yellow.
know
We
what,
would have
man?
never
You
had
know
this.
what? You know what? This did feel like a DC2 throwback episode. There's so many quotes. Easy money.
Yeah.
Stop the pig
Yeah.
has it. No reward.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
They
God.
ate
We just
so
need to
hard.
once again props to like the writing for like these one-liners that just are very memorable.
Yeah, DC2. Yeah, DC2 proved that they don't need James as the quote machine. You can have it without James.
Right.
It's still quotable.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe Hunter.
Um,
Yeah, I love this. I was rooting for my baddies to finally align, and like it feels like they get a true chance to succeed. Like after that Tom line and everything, I'm like, forget the heroes. Like we're done with those pigs. I'm here for the real action. So I think that was a good scene, and I really do like the Gret and Yule scene too. I feel like, oh my god, like Yule is the smartest DC2 character. I'm still on this. Like, I just.
you know what? Yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Yes!
Not
yay!
that he's smart in terms of moves. He's just very dumb into like socially, like when he
Right.
does stuff.
Yes, that
Like-
is true.
I think
The
he
social
needs some of the interns to be like, hey, Yule, don't kill people. And he'll be like, okay, fine. I'll come up with better strategies. You know what I mean?
True, yes. Put him in a little bit of a box, yeah.
Yeah, just give him like
Yeah.
the one rule: don't kill anyone. He'll be smart.
Right. Don't kill anyone. Seriously, yeah. Yeah, but I love like he just like takes a step back and like lets Alec, he puts his trust in it and like just like carry me to the final. Like I love that.
Carry me
Yes.
home.
He was like, I pulled too much weight in the last season, like with Hunter and Tess and stuff.
Yeah, Alec's a fan, so now he needs to do what the favorites want, and Yule's a favorite, so now he has to pull through.
That's perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that's what's going on here.
He's-
So
You just think Alec's such a super fan of Rhea, him, and his girlfriend. That's it. That's all he thinks. That's what he thinks about.
oh my god, for real. He's like, just let
It's
the
like,
nerd.
this Alec, you guy, he's good. I bet he could be in a future All Stars season. Not realizing that this is All Stars.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like Yule's just such a mess, and I love him. I'm so glad Marks improv that line. Like Marks did it for us.
Literally.
You gotta pick
God,
Mark.
Yule's like, wow, Alec, you'd be great at the merge. Like,
Oh,
not
Alex,
realizing that Alex
that's the
already made
name.
the merge. Whereas Yule
Yeah.
hasn't made the merge. It's like mentoring.
He's meant
I know,
to.
it's
So
like,
if you want to play the idol, you have to stand up, give it to Crystal. Like, take him every step.
Also, he's like, you gotta find someone. You gotta find like a guy who is very charming to work with. Like that's like the best type of alliance.
Yes, for real. He's trying to find
Oh, God.
James.
Find your James. Like I found mine. Oh,
Alex.
my God.
Alex. Looks at the cat.
Alex.
There's like no one. He's like, who could that be? He
Who could that
sees Hunter. He's like, oh shit. No. Don't make me do it.
Right.
He doesn't want to do it. All right. Well, there's one scene to go, guys. So.
Okay.
Before we do that,
Huh?
Miriam, sorry, I know it's you or me tonight. Thanks for warning me about the alliance. I wish I could work with you more.
No.
I hope the others come to their
Were you
senses
trying to
and
be-
send you on that bus tonight.
Oh
You
my,
on that bus
You
tonight.
trying to be Seth Rogen?
that is so good.
That is amazing for Miriam.
Did you make that?
That was
I
really
think
good.
I am inevitable, Alec.
Oh my
I
god.
think Vi and you need to do the whole Miriam off. That's gonna be so cool to see.
We need to decide who's Miriam. Is it who's Thanos? Is it Miriam or Marcus? They can both be Thanos.
Well, there was two Thanoses in an Endgame.
Oh,
like,
true.
The one that dies and the one like dies
Yeah,
again.
yeah. There was the
later.
future Thanos and the past Thanos, right? So Miriam is
Yeah.
the future Thanos, and Marcus is the past Thanos.
I think Marcus is the future Thanos because like,
Tom cuts Miriam's head up. He's like, I went for the head.
Oh my god.
Actually, no.
would be
Marcus
Thor,
is
actually.
better as the future Thanos.
Yeah. Bro,
Yeah.
I feel like Tom would be
Because
such a, like
Tom is
Oh my
Thor.
God.
No, Yule is Thor. Sorry, Yule is Thor. He gets fat.
No, stop.
Poor Tom. Stop bullying her on this. Like she's gone through enough trauma. She had to go for the military trauma.
Yeah.
She had to go for the bad
For the
trauma.
viewers,
Yeah.
during the
Straight trauma.
DC2 finale, we joked that
Y'all don't
we
even
joked that
know.
Yule would be like Thor from Avengers Endgame. He gets really depressed about being voted out. He gets kind of fat.
God, I am not worthy.
I can't believe this, like,
He's like, he picks up a mushroom. He's like, I'm still worthy.
I'm
I'm
still,
still worthy.
I'm still
Yeah.
worthy.
it's such a good deal.
Oh my
We
god.
really need to write the Infinity War Endgame.
God,
Disventure Camp.
You do
Disventures
not need
assemble.
to do that.
Disventures assemble.
I think you know what I think we need. I think we need like an ice age of Disventure Camp, and I think this is my first character pitch.
Oh,
This is
God.
Why is Yule Scrat? I thought Hunter was Scrat.
oh my god.
no because I just wanted to mess. No, there's a whole lore with this. I'll tell you.
Not
later.
Yule Scrat. Oh my god.
The person with the most votes must leave camp immediately. Excuse me while I wait for the video to continue.
You don't remember the vote order? Wow, you're a fake fan.
Oh
I don't remember the exact wording.
Oh my god.
First vote, Miriam. Alec. Miriam.
What the fuck?
Yule.
Okay.
Who the hell voted for me? What?
One vote
Who
Yule.
the hell
One
voted for
vote
me?
Miriam.
No.
One vote Alec. Third person voted out from Disventure Camp All Stars. Miriam.
That's
Oh,
how it feels to be
Chip, chip,
voted
cheery up.
out.
The losers is that way.
Sorry, Miriam.
oh my god.
What the hell, Connor? Why did you vote for me? What? I didn't. Of course you did. Who else? You're gonna pay for that. Just you wait.
Oh my god.
Squawk.
Squawk?
Thanks for baiting me, Alec.
What? Oh,
Don't trust Alec.
Ew.
I just go to the creep
Rusty.
Has anyone seen my
I
sunglasses?
love that.
No.
God. Oh no.
All the
so
characters.
we go.
serious.
That is it. That's the end of the episode. Miriam, Queen Miriam Miracle finally voted out. I'm gonna be honest, you guys.
Got it.
The first 3 vote outs were very predictable. I feel, but that's okay because I feel like now that it's over, now no one knows what's gonna happen. I love it. It's
Right.
Like,
What
it's
do
a
you
wild
mean
west.
no one? It's still like kind of like
Oh.
cut clear a bit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've seen
I'm
a
the
lot of
same.
predictions who the next few boots are gonna be. I don't know if you know who it is. Could be anyone.
Yeah.
Ooh, can we
Could be
ask that?
anyone, totally.
Okay, who do you think? Who Genesis and Emer? Who do you think the next 2 or 3 boots are gonna be?
Wait, I gotta pull up the. I forgot.
Oh, well,
the-
I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Well, okay. Like even if you have a rough idea, it's much more diverse. Because a lot of people are like, yeah, Miriam's obviously gonna be the first one out of yellow, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right now it's a
Yeah.
lot less of a consensus than before.
Okay.
Miriam
One second,
definitely
where's
shouted out
the
like a sore
circle?
thumb.
I have a question.
next
Can I
person.
consider a pair as one person because they're basically the same person at this point?
No, you're gambling.
Fuck.
You have to gamble.
Gambling. Gambling.
Okay.
Genesis, you
So
too.
let's
This
see.
is just blind. This is just blind gambling. Doesn't matter. Genesis.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so I think right now I hate this because I feel like it's kind of lame. I think Hunter is pretty much on the hot seat. And the reason why is this can go either way too. But I think the reason is Hunter's been trying to encourage Allie to not play for the fans but play for herself. And I think Hunter going would really impact his words more. And I think that's when she could hear them out better. I still feel like it'd be better if Allie just went before Hunter because then it's like Hunter can like wait, I really should be playing strategically and not physically because that could be another fun contrast. But I think they're just going for the obvious one with like Hunter. Next, all right, next one. Like I said, another pair. Pretty much Gab Ellie are setting up for failure. I feel like you could just like say, oh yeah, Gabby gets flipped on because Tess likes Ellie more. But then at the same time, it's like Gabby has done nothing, and she's just such a fan favorite to do her like that would be wrong. But there is a comeback challenge. That's the problem. Like you can just comeback challenge bait. So it's like another factor. Like I'm like thinking.
We never
like, I'm-
cut a fan favorite early.
yeah,
Right,
never.
right.
True. Well, Lick was an obvious cut fan favorite. Like she was just. You can even. I knew like that. That was like easy. Anyways, but I'll say for Fur to be safe, I think I have to pick someone from Magenta team again, just for a good gamble. I don't think Allie and Hunter are making merge anyway. So if I say both Hun and Allie, I think I'm gonna be safe with the range. This is like last one. I feel like they're gonna do a shock and vote, and it's gonna be one of Gruel, and I think it makes more sense for Greg because Greg could actually win the comeback, and Yule sucks at challenges. So
True.
Interesting. So Hunter,
I-
Ellie, Gret. Very interesting.
Yeah, Gret's like last though. Like Gret's like if they want to pull like, oh, we're gonna vote this person out for shock effect, and we're just gonna bring them back. Like that's the only reason why I would throw Gret up there, because there's so many characters you can do that for. Like you can do that for Ashley, you can do that for Gret, you can do that for Connor, you can do that for Alec, and do that for Ellie. Those are like the 5 I'd say. Maybe Gabby
Oh my
too,
God.
but like
I
there's
saw the
like
Olivia
different.
picture Genesis posted. I thought it said Oliver, and it was like an edit of Oliver as a pig. I was like,
He looks
Oh
like
my
Oliver.
goodness.
I'll probably here's the
How does
problem.
the
Maybe I'll
Oliver
see him
insult
later.
make
wanna
it into
see
every
that.
episode?
I will say I'm very indecisive with things. Like I will go back on this statement like in a day. I know myself.
yeah, it's locked and loaded. Taking it to the bank. Your turn, Genesis.
I kind of agree that I think Ashley's gonna go farther than we think. Just because I don't know, it just feels way too obvious for her to be like an early boot because
No, that's
she's kind of sticking out as well. It's,
Okay,
I
this
mean,
is-
like
this is
you
a-
know, like the. I feel like a lot of the reasons people are like, "Oh my God, Ashley's gonna go far," is because they just like her, and I mean
Her
that's fair,
design.
but also like,
Yeah, like Genesis likes her
Oh.
design.
Yeah, the design.
I
the
never
line.
Oh.
said anything about that.
Oh, shoot.
I do not have.
Watch
I do
the
not
simp
have a thing for
video.
Ashley. I want to make
Watch
that
the simp
clear.
video.
Stating
No,
that
watch
for
the
the
simp video.
record.
Mhm.
I literally
wonder-
said in the sim video, I do not have a crush on Ashley. I said
Oh
it.
my
I don't know. I don't think I heard that in
gosh.
the video. I think I heard like what?
Join us, Genesis. Join us, simps.
I'm
Join us.
fighting
Join
for your
us.
life.
I don't simp for any character.
Oh
Join us.
my gosh.
Ellie.
JPEG said sarcastically.
At least you're self-aware.
But I do think it may also be Hunter. Because I
Mm.
don't really see anyone else that would
you lagging in
make
real
the
life?
most sense at this point in time. No, I'm just
He's
speaking
just
slowly.
hesitant. Yeah.
Out of Gabby and Ellie, I think Ellie is actually gonna go first. And Gabby's going to
Interesting.
stay in. The only reason
Yeah.
being, I'm still holding on to my theory of Ellie winning the comeback challenge. I
Yeah.
think looking at like sort of the team that's going on, like it looks to me like I feel like there would be at least 3 votes against Ellie in here because Tom hates Ellie. Aiden,
No, at least 2, but like at
Prob-
most 3.
yeah, at most 3 because Gabby obviously isn't going to vote for Ellie no matter what, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know. No one's. I feel like Ellie's gonna have a harder time convincing these 3 to really vote for anyone else. I mean, she might pull something, but I don't know. I have a feeling. I don't know. That might. I don't know.
All right, so
I just-
Hunter, Ashley,
I'm
and
thinking that-
Ellie, I believe.
Yeah.
Those are your picks.
Yes, I don't know if she's gonna be that early of a boot, but I think she's gonna be an earlier boot, at least before merge.
Yeah, no,
Thank
I
you.
think that me and Tam can safely say this, but this is the last like really predictable episode. I don't know how predictable the villains alliance is, but you know, I think that starting with episode 5, the show really sucker punches you with a lot of like unexpected developments, and I think that's gonna be great. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happens I don't think I've seen Imer predict yet, so I'm excited for that.
Ooh, oh yeah. Yeah.
There's some in particular that I'm like, oh yeah, fans are gonna love this.
Yes, yeah. I agree. These are like just the setup episodes, you know. But we're gonna get into the meat of it.
Yeah, like I'm not joking. The stretch between episodes 5 to like honestly like 13, honestly, is like some of the like the best stretch ever.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's unreal.
We also forgot to talk about one thing.
What?
The letter.
Oh, right. So Miriam gives Connor a letter. All right, there we go.
Wait, no, we
Right,
gotta,
it's like, okay.
discuss that.
A letter, like.
So there's-
What do you think's in the letter?
Oh.
Okay, so
It's your
2 things.
theories.
See,
All
this
right.
is good theorizing, unlike the spy plot where there's nothing to theorize.
Right,
Stop!
right.
I feel so bad. I kept roasting that spy plot to death. Like I kind of beat the dead body over how bad it
It's
is.
not your fault. That's not your fault. There's like not a lot to theorize. If it was like, you know, little by little the animals start disappearing and like Gabby's like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought there were more birds here. Then like maybe.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the only thing that was like the pet cemetery, but even then, like Gabby's like it wasn't even like mysterious. It was just like, oh, haha.
Yeah.
I think
know.
that was the problem with DC one.
I
Like,
I wish
forgot
it
he
was
was a
like-
spy. I was
The
like,
season starts out like it's all animals, like horses and dogs and all that stuff, and then later
Yeah.
there's like less and less and less, and it's like, what's going on?
yeah, like
Then you
maybe
can,
like
like,
from a
theorize it.
scene. Yeah, but otherwise it was like, I don't care about theorizing for this. I'm gonna think so much time just for the most basic answer. I'm like, yeah. And I was right. It was a basic answer because it was episode 13. It took like kick in. When it was like
I didn't even watch it, so like I gotta ask, what even happened? Did Jensen just like kidnap a bunch of animals and like beat them up for no reason? Like I don't get it.
They just killed animals to make more room for challenge. That's it. That's all. That's the
What?
whole spy plot. Yeah.
To make room
That's
for
all
more
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love DC one.
I thought he was just a psycho. He did it for fun. I didn't
Nope,
realize
it was
there
just to
like-
make more room for challenges. That's it. And because like the animals, the grizzly bears were hurting the other people, so they had to kill them.
Yeah.
That's really all.
I do.
And that's
wish
the
we
build-up,
had
that's-
the plot
For
more.
good old like what, like 10 episodes of build up, it's just that, and I'm so happy.
Oh my
I'm
God.
joking.
they just
Yeah.
wanted it for
Anyways,
the
let's talk about-
movie Red
wishing, like-
Herrings.
I wish there was like something like each of the, or I don't know, like maybe something a little bit more with stakes, like maybe maybe the death thing, maybe not, or maybe like killing a contestant may not be too much, or maybe too much. But like I don't know, like
Just say you
maybe just
want
like
Dan to die.
kidnapping them or something like that. Like the bus of losers is actually like a kidnapping thing. I don't know, something.
I think
Something.
I think it just wasn't thought out well enough, and it's like it's okay because like there's so much to do anyways at that season. It's like what are you gonna do? But
Yeah,
still, just like I think people are
exactly.
overhyping it. It's like some of those boring scenes.
Yeah,
But
I
that's my
mean,
opinion. And the spy plot kind of ruined some plots too. Like it ruined the whole Tom and Jake stakes are actually really nicely written. But Jensen uploading the video that we saw the episode before the stakes of Tom and Jake's like I can't date with you because like part of my contract is not be busted as a spy, and it's like you're already busted. We saw the video get uploaded, and it's like an episode later. You won't believe it, Jake. The video got uploaded. I'm like, as a viewer, I'm like, you're kidding me. Like
uh,
this is supposed to be discovery.
jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways, let's talk about the
what I
envelope
will say
quickly.
Mm.
about this episode, there's no Derek, Trevor, Emily had no lines this episode, so it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a nice
I like that.
change of pace.
It
It
was
feels like
Um,
wow, and the characters. It feels weird that the characters talk so much. I'm like, wait, how do they have all this time to talk? I'm like, oh yeah, that's the host stuff. Perfect.
I was gonna say
so
I
many
don't have any
theories.
particularly important theories. I was just thinking like I was just thinking along like the basic lines of like, oh, like, like don't trust the alliance, or like, like Rhea actually cares about you or something like that, but also Rhea's a spoiled child, so don't get with him or don't get with her. I don't know. Something like that.
Honestly, I do agree you somewhere around there. I think it's like Miriam's like been taking notes. Like it could be like she's like this is a good person to lie with, like to take down the villain's alliance. Or also this could be the fun thing. It's a swap advantage again. But here's the thing though. I really hope it's not just swap one person from the other team. If it's that, and I've been talking about the swap for months, just for it to be that, I will be like
Yeah.
non-existent.
You
But
know what I
I
will
think
say is that your theory is interesting, just because I don't think a swap has like ever been done in like any fan show or even Total Drama itself. Like I don't think it's ever been done.
yeah.
So it's an
Yeah,
interesting
that's why
theory,
it's
but
like
like
I'm holding
there's
on
no
to it.
basis
Like
for it.
even if it's wrong. Like exactly, it's a risk thing, and it's like if it works, I'm like the biggest genius in the world. If not, I'm just the biggest villain. I've pretty much made it myself both at times, so like I
Yeah.
have nothing to lose. But the thing with the swap advantage, I think they could do to give Miriam more agency is like actually, unlike Rhea's swap advantage, you gotta wait till the final 14 to activate it. And kind of is like, shoot, I get an advantage to help me, but I can't even use the advantage to help me. And I think that'd be so funny just for Connor's bad luck, just to be like, no, you gotta wait one more tribal to use it or elimination. But
Yeah.
because I feel like that's another thing is wait, we also gotta talk about yeah, I think that's pretty much it, really. It's just either his advice or just like a swap advantage that could be either used next episode or it can use at Final 14. Because I feel like they're going to do like four at least with this team dynamic. Because they had all the swimsuits to show the teams. Like they wouldn't just do a swap right away now that But you know, never know. Anyways, should we talk
Next
about
up,
the vote?
the mystery vote.
Cast?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was 4 votes Miriam. Yeah, 4 votes Miriam. 1 vote Alec. 1 vote Yule. A lot of people were like, "Oh, maybe the last red vote was like another Connor or another Yule or another Alec vote." But no,
No,
it's Miriam vote. I can confirm that.
it
It's
is.
like Survivor.
Yeah,
They don't need to read the last one.
exactly.
It's already obvious.
Like yeah. So we know
Um,
let's establish this. We know Connor votes for Miriam. If you're trying to gaslight me that Alec votes for Yule, that's just dumb because Alec was gobs dropped that Miriam was about to almost kick him out. So Alec 100% voted Miriam, and if he didn't, that's just confusing because Alec pretty much is scared shitless. Then it's Yule votes Miriam guaranteed to. That's 3 votes. Now it comes down to Rhea and Gret. The thing is, though, the font is very much how Gret writes names. Because if you watch DC1, I'm gonna pull up the vote 1 second
God.
to point out the details. Because if you're like me, who reads the fonts like a nerd, you could. A lot of people
Good
read the fonts too.
Lord.
nerd is right.
Yeah, where's the vote? 1 second, I'm rewinding. See how it's like the L is curved and the U is lowercase? This is Gret's style of writing names because she's done this for Dan and she's done this for Gabby. So it is within her playbook. You could say, what about Rhea? Rhea's style is inconsistent apparently because when you don't see any vote that's in her style anymore because it's like they didn't bring it back. So because the DCC style voting was also very ugly, so I don't blame them. Like so, like it does Raya, but you can also just like Rhea just voted Duo just for the heck of it, just to mess with him. But I feel like it would be such a boring plot line like that. You'll Connor and like Rhea already having a bag, and just Connor's like, "What? You framed me, Rhea?" Like I feel like that's just like beating the dead body already. Like I think we need to do something new.
Beating the dead
Yeah,
animals.
yeah, exactly. Like there's already so much baggage of Connor and Rhea. We already got the whole sand thing. We had the whole villains alliance. We have the whole like going for fame. Like if we have to add like vote and duel the framing on the list, it's gonna get repetitive as heck. So that's why I think it's great because it's A in her writing style and B it just pretty much makes sense because she's tired of being disregarded by Yule and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna throw one vote just to scare him. And I think that can
Yeah.
really be fun. What's your thoughts,
Yeah.
Genesis?
I will say before we continue, I will say that it's not going to be like episode 7 of DC2 where it's like James throws his vote to Allie and it's like it's never explained. No, it will be explained.
No, this one
in
definitely
the
is going to be explained. It's like too much like hinted to not be explained.
Yeah, no, yeah, just heads up in case
I can
people are
tell
like,
the
"Oh, they're not
writing.
going to explain it." We're obviously going to explain it.
No, but definitely with the writing, like how you can tell if you notice like DC's writing, they will explain anything like this. Like the wiki needs to be correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
Genesis, what are your thoughts?
What's your thoughts? I'm curious.
You know, after the font thing, yeah, I mean, I can't really dispute that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
one
know Jared
second.
and
I
Robert
got.
pay attention to those little details. You know,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
you know, yeah.
See, I like how this episode ends off. Lots of theory crafting for the future. You know, you got the letter, you got the random vote. It's great.
Right.
This is actually great theories, unlike the spy plot.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
Feeding the advance.
Even
that's all for
we
now.
forgot that existed. Oh my god.
Yep, with the scene by scene. Other than the Patreon shoutouts, Miriam has a really funny one. I forgot what it was. It was like someone is hogging Tom, is eloping with Tom or whatever, and then
Oh yeah,
that's
Keith's
what he
eloping
has
with
it called.
Tom. Yeah, Keith's
That's what
awesome.
he has it called.
Ah,
Yeah, that was so great.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so
right.
happy Keith got that shout out.
Oh, Genesis rage quit. It's like,
Yeah.
no, Keith can't get the shout
oh,
out.
I was,
Genesis is
Yeah.
so mad.
I'm gonna tell this to Keith.
oh my god, the
now.
microphone is still delayed. God damn it.
So anyway, why don't we get into our MVP LVP section? Let's just like last time, we'll do LVP first, then MVP, so we can end on a positive note. I'm gonna read Marx's just because he's not here, but he wrote it out. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
LVP from Marx. Tom, hypocrite. Real classy, Jake. Yeah, no, you're stinky, Tom. Tom prances on a high horse when he tackled Yule for a deer and has manhandled Gret on several occasions. I don't think any character was bad this episode, but Tom was just the bottom. I agree. I don't think anyone is really LVP this episode.
Tom
but,
was the bottom.
Marx is right. I think Tom's behavior was a little hypocritical. I don't think it's a bad thing, though. I like giving characters flaws, of course, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree.
Oh, what was the
Tom
one?
was very much the
like-
bottom.
Yeah, Tom LVP. That's a good one because he was a
Mhm.
hypocrite, and it's like
Yeah.
they're trying to paint a good light on him, but it just was not painted right.
Mhm.
So I gotta agree with Marks. That's a good pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick. I when I was talking to Imer about there's gonna be one person that we're all gonna put, Tom was the one. I was like,
Yeah,
I feel
I'm
we're all
like-
gonna put Tom.
Tom is definitely in my. I'm like thinking right now. Like, I have like a few people on the bottom. Like I want to throw out.
So, yeah, I don't really think any character was bad this episode, but I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I guess if I were to give one, it'd be to Rhea, just because. I mean, even Miriam calls her out on all of it, and you know, she genuinely starts to consider, and then she flips it around because the cameras are on her, and it's like, okay, you're going back into the back into your old thing again, and yeah, no, like that's good. It's a good plot line. I'm just saying, Rhea's flopping in that regard. And even Alec is like, you know, telling Connor like, hey, like, yeah, this girl really isn't for you if she's gonna be like this. So Rhea takes LVP.
Listen, this is like definitely her like slowest episode. Like it's nothing like big for her because she doesn't really have much. So I don't blame this LVP at all. Like, so it's not like a bad one.
I was actually gonna put like Miriam, but I think I'm rethinking that because I don't know. I liked her scene with Rhea, so, but I think everything else was like kind of a flop compared to DC1 Miriam. But
Don't let anyone persuade you.
I don't want pudding. All right.
Yeah, let me just go with Miriam then, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. Yeah, I just I mean, it was just like it was obvious that she would be going out at one point, and then the way it happened, it's just a little sad that she was like she's mostly just like a plot device, but I mean, I don't know. She already got her like her story, her
Just
good
desserts.
story. Yeah, her just desserts. I was trying to avoid that. Oh my god. But yeah, I think that she did what she could have done, but I mean, she just got overpowered, and like you definitely could see that she was out her league at this point.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Tam's explanation is fair. That is not the Miriam MVP, but her explanation is fair.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't want to.
We'll put mine. We'll save Emer for last, but I will say mine is. It would be Tom, but I want to be a contrarian because Mark's already put Tom. I'm gonna put Ashley because
I was gonna do that too.
monologue.
Yeah.
That's why.
Monologue.
Sorry, Chris the VA, really good job. But I mean, I don't know, Ashley. Come on, it's like 2 minutes monologue.
I feel like Jake's worse than monologue though, because Jake is like the most dry dialogue. So like it's like Ashley's doesn't get
Which
dragged.
Jake monologue from
No, like
DC1?
the Jake like dialogue in the monologue, like it's like, oh, okay, like it was kind of filler. All those
Yeah, at
lines,
least
like
Right.
Jake has dialogue in the monologue. Sometimes like the characters ramble, you know. So
Yeah.
he has
yeah,
dialogue.
yeah, that is funny though. The joke.
Yeah.
But like
Anything
it's
else?
a great performance. We can agree the last episode, Aiden's like, no, James. That was also a good performance, but some of you guys didn't like the character.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Ashley. She also gets knocked over. Says that's a foul.
Yeah.
So you got a point. It's fine. All right. It's all right.
That's a foul. Like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, like we were doing so well with no trauma dumps, and Ashley kind of. I like the environmental storytelling where it's like she's afraid of fire, and now we're learning why. But it's kind of like.
Right.
It lasted a little too long for my taste.
I know
think
the
even the
horse
creators
girls
were
out
like,
there were
a little
crying,
long.
but
Yeah. Sorry, Ashley. Sorry, Genesis. Had to put your amazing race partner.
I don't feel that bad. He put Rhea on LVP, so I don't. No tears for me.
All right, Imer, you're
But
last. I'm gonna have some words to
listen.
say about you. I'm gonna have some
Yeah,
words to
I
say about
would,
you.
but
Oh my
I'll be
God.
fine anyways. I can recover from this. All right. So within our LVP rankings, we always rank people who do nothing. But I think in the end of the day, if you do nothing and you're carrying your weight of doing nothing, you are fine. You did your job successfully. The narrative is meaning to do. But if you're carrying a lot of weight and you kind of tip the box to the side and it falls down, and you try to pick it back up, you can pick it back up and take it to the end. But there's a little dent in there, and it's ruined a fracture. This is why my LVP is Miriam, and I'm about to explain everything. Miriam has been so insufferable this season. She went from being my second favorite
Damn.
DC character
Pop
to be
off.
my least favorite DC free character. That's a fun thing. Next thing I gotta add to the factor list, Miriam has always, like, when she talks, like, she has made 10 or 11 enemies within an 18 cast season. Like, and she's one of the 18, so that's 17 people she can talk to, and she made 11 enemies. I think that really needs to add to Miriam's repertoire of faults. So besides that, going into this episode, Miriam is like, I know about your villain alliance, but I'm not going to do anything about it until I realize, oh wait, you're throwing the challenge to get rid of me. So I'm going to start attacking you now. Miriam is supposed to be the best winner to ever exist in Disventure Camp history, and she's just a bad game player. And it's left and right.
There's only 2 winners.
Well, yeah, but like, let's be honest, the other winner is not that great. Okay. Anyways, we have
Oh my
Miriam.
God.
What she should have done is she fails to understand that I should be throwing Fiore and Ellie under the bus as being the leak wings to the line so they could throw the challenge. Granted, if Miriam needs to go upset for the plot, then you can have like the whole Magenta team go like Hunter and Ellie's like, we can't have Fiore go home. We need to do the best we can in the challenge. And that can really show that Miriam's plan was gonna work. But because of something she couldn't control, it faltered. And that shows like, all right, she did do her best, but instead, nope, it's just Miriam doesn't try once again for her social game to recover anything.
Doesn't try. Doesn't try.
Well, until the end. And then the end, she does try. I will give this. And then, like, I will say, the explosion's great, but it should have been, like, a grand finale for Mess. It should have not been her first attack. And I think that is the biggest, like, thing with her character. Is because of that. I think it would have been better if there was a little more, like, action to give it for her.
I agree so much. Like in DC1, I respected her gameplay so much. I was rooting for her at the end. Cause like she was just like a chill person who stayed out of drama. Like she knew her role and like she adapted. But then this Miriam is like getting into like the front row of all the drama. I'm like, "Oh my god. You just got on the bad side of like 6 people or more or something. I don't know."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
Remember,
like it's
Tim,
weird.
whole Cyan team, she pissed off. Then she pissed off Alec. She pissed off. Alec tried to make an alliance for her. She pissed off. Then she pissed off Greta and Gil right in their first introduction. She pissed off
Exactly.
Rhea, like making fun of her twice. She's also pissed. And her only allies was Jake, another team, Hunter, and Allie.
Yeah.
So let's just think about that.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like the people she pissed off were also on the other team. It doesn't matter. It's like
Exactly.
I'm gonna vote you out.
Well,
You're
like-
a different team.
well-
so like 6 of them.
Well,
it's
when they
fine.
make a merge or swap,
Just-
it's like
Her
she pretty
brain
much
is
the
aging.
only person. Yeah, like she just is a disappointment. I think Miriam needed a different team, and I think she could have been a way better send off. And this is just feels like I can't. Like it's cool, like she had a blow up. But I feel like she could have done more to try to fight for her inevitable death. Like I think that would have been more respected, but instead she kind of just half asses her way to here. So like I can't give her respect enough.
Exactly.
That's why she's my LVP.
Okay. Okay. I mean, like, you know, the pissing people off. They're not like the other team. They can't vote her out. They're on a different team. And
Well,
it's like she
at
can't.
the merge they
one throw
can. Like that's
challenge.
Mm.
that's
yeah,
like
but the
what.
goal right now is to survive one round. Just survive one round. And see what
Mhm.
happens next time. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
goal
but
right
like,
now.
once again, she has
No
nothing.
DC
Like,
characters
she's
thinking
like,
that far ahead except Alec.
well, Alec. Well, yeah, that's the thing. But like, it's still like you'd think from a winner, like she wouldn't like go out of her way to piss off her team at the first spot. She can try to make up with Gret. Like she's like now she's like Gret, I want your vote, but I kind of called you a hemorrhoid. You want to work together again? I don't think I'd work with someone like that, and I think that just shows her faults. It's just
Yeah.
like
I like to see it as like she knew she would have a big winner target. She's like, I don't care. I'm gonna be voted out first anyway. Fuck it. I want to fuck around.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Like some winners of Survivor, when they come back, they're like, I'm gonna be targeted because I'm a winner. So fuck it. Let's just have fun.
But here's the thing though,
Okay,
Miriam
I
is
can
like
get down.
goes in cocky. Like she was like, all right, I'm about to run this game. Like, and I think they could have gave her a little time of running the game with Jake, and then like you can swap around. Like if you do a swap, and it's like he can go stay with Ashley, while Miriam's alone, and then she gets beat up by the villains. I think that'd be better.
Beat up.
Yeah, pretty much. They just
I,
feel.
I agree with a lot with what you're saying. It's just there's some stuff I don't agree with, like saying that
Yeah.
like she should have asked Ellie and Fiore to throw, or sorry, Cyan and Magenta to throw the challenge. It's like Hunter's never gonna throw a challenge. He's too prideful for that. And on
Okay.
what's the other team again? Cyan. It's like Gabby. You have Gabby and Tess. They're not gonna throw for Ellie, even if they know about the villains thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, no, that's my girlfriend. I'm not gonna do that.
Like I said, like she can still attempt it. No, but here's the thing though, like I said, like once again, like they could have like showed her trying. And I think it would have been also a fun highlight to show like, oh Miriam, you screwed us over in episode 3. Why do we want to help you this time? Just to show
Yeah.
like her like taking accountability for her actions. I think that would have been really good to like balance off of her gameplay. Instead of just like it kind of just like it's kind of like a convenience thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
agree.
like it's like Joe and Total Drama All Stars. That's Miriam.
Yeah. She should have
What?
tried because I mean
Yeah.
like
It was awesome.
in the
It was awesome.
finale, in the DC1 finale, we all seen that she's not above like using other means to get her
Acting.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
acting. Yeah.
Like she would
So-
obviously lie if she's like, all right, I have so much fight off me. Why don't I just play nice to Connor and Alec and Gret? I have
I
4
don't know.
votes then.
Yeah.
But instead, it's
I
just
just-
like she doesn't put effort.
I agree.
I see asking like Cyan and Magenta team to throw the challenge. It's like information that she can't possibly know yet. She can't possibly know that Alec's throwing the challenge. She knows about the alliance. She can't possibly know what Alec's throwing.
No, not about Alec from the challenge, but like she can say it's like there's gonna be a 6-person alliance. If you don't hit them at all before the merge, they're gonna take us out one by one, and they have no reason to believe it's gonna be a big merge because every merge has always been 8 people. So a 6-person alliance,
Right.
it's pretty much a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's gonna be a bigger merge now because 18 cast, but like I think that she really could have played into their insecurities of being picked off by majority alliances. Like Ashley's been picked off by majority alliance. She hated that. It's just I feel like there's just so much ammo she has, but she doesn't use the ammo. She just puts it back into the gun, and then she like tosses away the gun, and it's just like, "Don't
That
shoot me! I
is
Yeah.
tossed away the
such a
gun,"
funny
even though she's in the
analogy.
middle of like the war.
But yeah,
Like,
sorry.
I get Miriam like in this cast, like there's just so many great people to pick, like to expand on, and you can just like get rid of her. But I feel like when you bring back Miriam, you gotta like give her something of like a conclusion because it's like her final season plan. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So like it's like when you just see this performance, it's kind of shameful to think like, did Miriam really just get a fluke
Shameful?
win then? Like compared to her first season, let's be honest. Like
I
we
mean,
saw Miriam
I
like
mean, she
work with
kinda
people like
did, didn't she? She kind of got a fluke win, didn't she?
yeah, like that's what everyone's gonna think now because like her gameplay this season.
I actually think the
Like
exact opposite. I think I'm gonna pivot by going into the MVP section. Explain my point. Um,
you know
I'm gonna
it's
say the
okay. Like
MVP of this episode is Miriam.
that's good.
That's how I pivot the conversation.
Yeah.
And let me explain why. And this one is more meta. To be fair, this is more meta. But you know, I think again, like I said in DC1 episode 8, a lot of people are annoyed. They're like, why didn't Miriam expose the villain's lines? Why did it have to be Derek? Right? Why couldn't it be? You know, it doesn't have to be Miriam. It could be Tom or Ellie or Gabby or any of the characters that were still there. So I think the fact that like this time around she actually finds out is like, yes, we're going forward with the character. I don't know if you know, but at this point I'm just looking for improvements, right?
Yeah.
Character like Allie, it's not great, but I mean compared to Stop There, Lone Ranger, massive improvement, right? There's also the fact that Miriam, a lot of people said that she's undeserving of her win in season 1. You know, she kind of floated at the end. After episode 5, she lost all agency in the narrative. Here, I think, like, even though she lasts 4 episodes, she's involved in the narrative. I mean, yeah, she doesn't do the greatest job, let's be honest. But she actually is involved. She is trying. Failing, but trying, at least. We can't say the same about Hunter, Tess, and Allie in DC too, right?
Yeah.
We can't. At least she's trying. Failing, but trying. I respect her trying. Lake doesn't even really try, right? Right.
Well, Lake
just
made a
gives up.
5-person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Made a
same
5-person
with
alliance and
Miriam.
a 6-person
She's against a
tribe.
4-person alliance. Yeah, same with Miriam. She's up against a 4-person alliance. It's like when your back is up against the wall, you just gotta throw shit, see what happens. You know, so antagonizing Gret and you,
Yeah.
and not great, but I mean, at least you're trying. You didn't give up and
Well,
die.
she didn't give. She gave up right away. Then, like, that's what it means. If she's not willing to try to work with Gret, like, I think she could have really got into Gret's head better. But instead, it's just like, no, I'm gonna wait to get into Gret's head when we lose the challenge, and that's what it comes off as. Like, I think they could really.
Oh,
Well,
after
she
the
could have got.
challenge.
But let's be honest, realistically, like there's so many episodes for her to do it. She just waits till the challenge ends, and that's why I think it could have been better with different interactions too to utilize, because the yellow does have more time like on its hand before it's tribal, and I think that just was a falter with it due to like certain things. So I do think like here's the thing, like Miriam going first, like am I gonna be like, oh no, this is a horrible boot, or like no, I'm fine with it. Like I accepted it like weeks ago, like at least like 6 weeks ago. But like I said, I could it be better 100%, and I think that is the thing. Like this could have been an easy third boot if just some things were tweaked around a bit, and I think it would have left less of like a rotten taste in my mouth personally. But I'm not gonna go out of the way and say this is like the worst thing to ever exist because like this is at least like
Yeah,
there's so
Lakes
much.
would exist.
Yeah, exactly. Lake's boot's just a huge
Right.
disservice to Aiden and Lake's friendship. It's just like, nah, I'll just remember about it like
Right.
when I gotta go home.
Yeah.
But at least with Miriam, at least she does have her own like blow up moment that she does, and it shows like Alex like I'm not someone to play easy with, and that I can respect. But I just think overall, I think Miriam needed better like setup. For her
Yeah,
boot.
I definitely see
the point you
JPEG's
mentioned-
point.
To the
I-
point you mentioned, Emer, where it's like, you know, I guess you're right. She could have tried with Gret before
Yeah.
they lost, but she can't possibly know that they're gonna lose. B, Alex gonna throw, right? She can't possibly know that.
No.
Because
I
like,
mean,
if you wait till like later, then it's like there's less time to strategize. Because if you say it before the challenge, then Gret and Yule can like converse, and there's less
Yeah,
stress. You know, 'cause they haven't
exactly.
lost yet,
Yeah,
right?
but
So here
yeah,
they only have
like
like
I
what, like
said.
2 hours to strategize. So it's like less time.
But yeah,
Gret
like I
does
said,
consider
like,
flipping.
yeah, I know. I just think she could have done more work on Gret that's more subtle than over
Yeah.
just like trying right away. Like I think that would be way better for a narrative point of view. And because people are always saying Gret has nothing, why don't you give her this little mini Miriam interactions to like at least hold up onto her? And I think that could have went a longer way. And that's my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think there could have been a little more seeds planted before this episode, you know? That's fair.
Yeah,
Um,
like I said, like I think this is a great vote out though. Like I think the vote out good. I think to get to point B, there was a lot of like potholes on the road,
Yeah.
but it got there. Like I will say, like that's why I am at least like happy. Like at least the vote does bring like the chaos that is needed for the narrative. Even though like
Yeah.
the way to get to the chaos, I think could have been better. But like I said, like everything is subjective, and I think that's like the fun thing about this show.
Yeah. Like I'm not saying like, oh, because I like Miriam, I think Alec is worse. No, I think Alec is actually number 2 on the list.
Oh wow!
From my on the MVP list, sorry. The reason why I didn't put Alec as number 1 is because Alec was already like smart, but Miriam was always like kind of passive in DC1. So the fact that she actually like tries something, even if it fails, at least she tried. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Like she
most-
actually
most
went down
improved
swinging,
sticker.
and she
Most
did like
improved
try to
sticker
use
goes to Miriam.
persuasiveness. Like
Yeah,
whereas
it didn't
Blake's
work,
like
but she tried.
and
Yeah, Lake just kinda
James
gives up.
like and James is just like, oh, you're delusional. Like he's like using that again. It's
Yeah,
funny,
so
though. They're like yeah, like
um,
I said, Miriam's like I think this is like a good like there is a lot of positive attributes of this episode. I just
Yeah.
feel like I gotta give her LVP within my personal standpoint of like the character with things.
and just one more from a meta perspective, because everyone just assumed that, oh, Miriam's just gonna be the easy boot. You're being a disservice to the winner. And to be fair, you know, you could interpret it that way, like you, or you know, she's gonna get medevac. It's gonna be like anticlimactic, but no, she tried, and out of the first 3 boots, she tried the
Yeah.
most. So I'll give her that.
No, like I said, like I'm glad it's not a medevac. Like that was another thing. I was like, if they do a medevac, I have lost all things. But I'm like, it's not a medevac.
I think for me, it's fueled by the episode 1 theories, where like, oh, Miriam's gonna have the most
Yeah.
anticlimactic elimination ever, and it's like, no, she tried.
You know, like yeah, I think with
Yeah,
All
we're
Stars,
good
it's like the whole thing is like to try to give DC a good reputation, and I think it's been working for the most point. Like with everything, like there's a lot of like stronger things. So with the boots, like there's obviously no reason to like do something chaotic too early. Like, because there's already such like hot waters you gotta like go around to try not to blow up. But yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's enough of that. I'm gonna read Marx's MVP. He says, Alec, he just delivered good advice after good gameplay after convincing tribal lines. I love the way he and Miriam had an altercation, and he still came out on top. Just had good control of the game. And yeah, I agree. Because like, you know, if it was like Alec versus like, I don't know, Ali, it'd be boring, right? Because
Yeah.
no opposition. Or sorry, DC2 Ali, there'd be no opposition. But he went up against
Yeah.
Miriam, so it's like decent opposition. You know, not great,
Yeah.
but decent.
Yeah, like I said, it was good enough. Like it worked, at least for the plot, for the opposition setup.
Yeah. You know, you want to see 2 Titans fight it out. You don't want to see a Titan like, you know, hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. You know, you don't want that. All right, who's next?
Who wants to
Jenny.
go?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh
I'm so
no.
curious.
Oh
Carter,
no. Okay. Oh, I'm never gonna live this down, am I? Okay.
Oh my god,
So-
wait.
Scared.
It's Ashley.
Let me
I'm
preface.
scared.
Let me preface this by
Hey,
saying,
Ashley.
It totally is.
let me. Pre-
No
Just-
way.
I would have picked Alec, but the thing was, I kind of picked. I already picked Alec before, and honestly, I don't know. Miriam did kind of expose his ass, so it's just kind of like I don't know, calling him the MVP of this episode. I don't know.
MVP. Who's the MVP?
No way.
Who's it? Who
It
is
can't
it?
be.
I don't have a crush on her. I swear to
Tess?
God.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think that. I don't think it was. I don't think that the trauma. This is coming from someone who thinks a lot of characters had too much trauma dump in this. I don't think Ashley's was that long or bad, and it gave extra development to her character, and it was interesting. And I mean, I can't really think of anyone other than Alec, because Hunter and Allie kind of flopped. Fiore didn't do jack. Yeah.
No, you're completely valid. Yeah, I
This is coming
mean,
from Tam. She has a crush on Yule, so it's valid.
oh my gosh. Shut up. Oh my gosh. But no, yeah, I agree. I think it's good for her character, and it added like a good level of dimension we were looking for since DC1.
Yeah.
I mean, like I enjoyed the
And I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say I didn't think it was that long. Like I don't know. Like maybe if it had gone on for like 3 or 4 minutes, then we would have had an issue. But it was like maybe like 2. It's fine. You know, I appreciate them holding a scene for a decent amount of time.
Yeah. It does take me out of the episode
Doesn't
just a
always-
little bit. But I mean, just allow her to have this moment, you know. I mean, I liked how it didn't like I like the approach with her character where it doesn't rely too much on like the cowgirl like kind of stereotype and stuff. I like the mention of like her going in the
Exactly.
city and bar hopping and stuff. Like she's just like a modern like young adult girl, and I'm just like,
Exactly.
yeah,
I mean,
it's cute.
my suggestion would be that it's not really Ashley as a character that's the problem. I think it's more the writing and the dialogue, right? It's not her as a character that's the problem for me, because I put her as LVP. What I will say is that we did actually fix it going forward for future episodes. Sorry, spoiler, there will be a few trauma dumps here and there. But the way we fix it
Yeah.
is, as you said, it's not just going to be one character rambling. It's going to be like, you know, a back and forth. Be like, oh, what did you do? Why are you? What happened? Are you okay? You know, if that happened, then how about this? You know, like there's a second character that's like asking questions to make it a little more natural. Right?
Right.
That was our solution. Now, sadly, that didn't happen here. I wish Jake was a bit more dynamic with Ashley.
Oh yeah, you're
You
right.
know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right.
Stuff like
Yeah.
the horses. What are their names? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No, yeah, I liked the parallel. I mean, well, I liked like the theme of like regret and stuff. Even though
You'll regret.
you'll regret
You'll
this.
regret.
Yeah, even though
regret this,
Jake's
Connor.
problems are like kind of compared to that, but
Yeah.
I think it was good that she brought that up.
I just genuinely think that out of everyone but Tom, this is a really good episode for everyone. Whereas last episode was a really bad episode for everyone.
Like, it definitely gives everyone something, minus Tom. It just gives them more hypocrisy. Like, if you have that as a win for Tom, then good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised only Marks put Tom as LVP. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was gonna be like some more of us.
I
just
wanted
wanted to start
to,
fires.
but
Well, I
feel like
I
Mark's
wanted
already
to be
ate him up.
contrarian as well.
yeah.
exactly like if we followed through with Marks, we kind of be like taking L's because like Marks is just so good at stating things.
Yeah.
Tom is an obvious pig.
Yeah. All right.
What-
So that just leaves Tam and Emer for MVP. Why don't you go
Oh.
next, Emer, and then Tam can finish us off.
All right. So, this MVP might be shocking because it's not a story-based character, but more so it delivered
Alec?
in the humor regard. I have to
Okay.
give the MVP
Okay.
to Yule.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Yeah!
Yeah.
Celebration!
Yeah, Yule. Yeah, I think Yule has earned this MVP so much, and I'm gonna stay why. The first scene is because of the whole pig. It's like, stop him! Stop the pig! He can't get to the finish line with his little
The pig
pork
has
chops.
it.
Yeah. And then it was like, what else did he say in that challenge? I forgot. Like, he said something
In the
else weird.
context of Tom being bad this episode, it's also good. Catharsis.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, it's very therapeutic when he calls her the pig.
Like,
He also just like
yes,
attacks like Rhea. He forgets Alec's name.
Yeah.
It's like such a mess. Like he's always like stirring the pot. Like this is like Yule's
Why?
biggest pot stirrer.
And
Yeah,
you'll
and
scream.
then
His scream
Yeah,
when
it's
Gabby
like,
attacks
what?
him.
Right. Never mind. He said curry girl. Never mind. I was gonna say he didn't
Yeah,
even need to be
curry
racist.
Oh my
He was
gosh.
racist. And then like him fighting with Gabby was hilarious. And he's just like it's just like it's like all his expressions have been so good. And then I think one of Yule's best strategic scenes that's not talked about a lot is his talk with Gray. Because it's like I'm under fire. If you think I'm gonna listen to you who has no votes going against you tonight, that's a whole other thing, Missy. We're going to Alec right now and you have no word in your say. It's
Alex.
brutal, but it's Alex, yes. Like, but it's brutal, but it's so fitting for his character, and it's something I've been waiting for so long to see a Yule who's like a command and strategist, and it really comes off so well within the writing and dialogue. And then to top the cherry on it, and then it's like we get more parrot Yule. Yule's like, wait, what? He's like, Connor. Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
Connor,
man.
why do you vote for me, Connor? Why do you vote? Why do you vote, Connor? Like, he's like, what do you mean? I didn't vote you. He's like, who else did? And it's like they don't show anyone else's facial response because that gives some spoilers away regarding who did it. But I just think it feels just the chaotic agent we've been waiting for, and I think he really shines this episode. Granted, it's not like, oh, he's not the big story person, but I think he serves his best role as the comedic force, and he did it the best possible. I think he did better than all the narrative people, like in terms of like entertainment. And I think that's why he's the most memorable of this episode for me.
You ate. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
No, I would agree with you as you as the funniest character, but there's one that's funny. I already did my MVP, but there's one that's funnier.
Who is it?
Easy money.
Oh,
That's like
True.
one line though. I love it.
That
Like,
would be
I
on
can't
my
believe
mind.
it's
We do.
easy money.
Hunter and I would like to apologize. We do.
Oh my god.
yeah, we do want to apologize.
We
Okay, no,
do.
okay.
He's
I'll tell you
I'm
so
recording
what's
this
silly.
top.
2 days after my massive Hunter slander post. I love Hunter so much.
I know.
It's a love hate with him. Oh my god.
It depends
It's
on the
real.
episode, really. Like, if he talks with Allie, it's
Yeah.
a bad episode. But if he doesn't talk with her, it's a great episode.
Yeah.
All right, Tam, let's wrap us
Let's
up.
go. Tam's MVP time. Let's go.
God, should I just go?
Yeah, fine, go for it. Why not? He deserves it.
No.
Fun.
Oh God, I wasn't gonna do it. I'm not
Okay,
that
if you were gonna do it, then
predictable.
don't do it.
I'm not that predictable. Come on. Even though
Then
I
go
really
Ashley.
want to.
That's unpredictable.
No. Okay, not that. Yo, not that far.
And
I'm
that's
sorry,
that
Jonathan.
level.
Oh God.
So
Why? Listen, why? You do not need to
Look.
apologize to me.
Sorry.
To be fair, Ashley's like the one character in the podcast that has not had like a bit yet. So there we go. Now we have a bit.
Right.
Has a
Oh
crush
my
on
God.
Yeah.
We have a bit
Oh,
now.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
I do not.
You're in for it now.
Everyone has a
He's
bit.
in
You know,
for
we have
it.
Miriam,
Oh, no.
Thanos, we have Pig, Tom, Hunter, Sunglasses, Tess, Waitress Ellie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the wrong script. Okay, I would say.
Yeah, read that down.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like
I was
Tam's
really
like, oh, I
watching.
loved when this dude happened.
Yeah.
I love the reaction of this character that didn't even speak.
Sam's
It
like,
was
what? Oliver comes back to the game and wins? What?
I'm like, what? No way.
Wait, I just realized we forgot to give this character LVP.
Who?
Oliver, he
Oh my
had that
God.
one annoying line. We forgot
What?
about
What
it.
line did he have? Oh my
The
God.
speaker
He was the
line.
announcer.
Oh, ew. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna say Alec though, because just with everything that Mark said before, I just think he really carried this episode. I love like the development of the Baddies Alliance. So I think that like he really set everything in motion, and then when it was time for like the expose and stuff, he just like he was quick thinking. So I liked seeing all that unfold. What was I about to say about Alec? Oh, well, I'm not. I don't really think about strategy that much. So like when he was, when he told Ellie to throw, no, it wasn't. He was gonna throw the challenge. I was like, oh my God, pop off, King. I did not suspect that. Even though I'm a freaking proofreader. But so yeah, I thought that I thought that
Watching that episode, you were shocked. When
Yes,
you knew
I was
the
like,
plot.
I was not expecting you to do that. Oh my God.
No
So
way, he threw.
yeah, I thought that was a good plan. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where he goes with that, and like how he'll like juggle all this going on and finally like do some moves on his own without Fiore. So
Yeah.
I liked Alec.
Yeah, Alex, he's had a really good last couple of episodes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put him last time too. Oh my God, I knew that I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I've
think
been really.
You gotta give up
eating
on Yule. I think you gotta go to Alec now.
Yeah, everyone is given
Single.
Alec MVP. Oh wait, no, not Emer. Me and Emer are the only ones who haven't given Alec MVP.
I was close to giving
Guys.
MVP during the third episode. Yeah.
Gosh, you guys have to.
Like, I was really close to giving it. I was like, Conry or Alec? Conry or Alec? I'm gonna give it to Rhea.
Don't get me wrong, though. I have beef with Alec after editing that episode. Anyway.
Oh yeah! If you guys don't watch during this tier list, there's something funny that happens with the Alex scene. Oh, it was so bad. I had to go to the bathroom after. I was like dying laughing. Like, anyways, guys,
Yeah.
thank
Oh,
you
yeah,
all
yeah.
for watching this episode of Disventure Dispatch. Sorry we sound all tired. It's kind of late for most of us. Besides Jpeg, it's early because of time zones. Anyways, if you want to watch more Disventure Dispatch, please like this video, share it with your friends, comment anything. I'll probably respond if anything. Then, if you want to make fan art, remember you can just send it on to one of our social links, and we'll send it into like the group chat, and it'll be added to the montage. But we're definitely going to be excited to talk about the next episode. But I say excited, but the trailer hasn't even came out yet. So
Yes.
Yeah.
We stay excited over here.
That's all for now, guys.
Yay.
yeah,
Bye.
bye. Connor wants munchkins.
Peg, JPEG, if you
Hello.
were stranded on a deserted island, which Disventure Camp character would you want with you?
There I would assume that I have no hope, so I would pick Ellie just so she can, cut my throat and just kill me right off the bat.
Oh
Take
god.
me out of
Oh
my-
my god.
That's getting censored on YouTube. Let me say a different answer. That one's getting censored on YouTube.
Serve you
Yeah.
pancakes.
I'm like, are
You
you
literally
trying?
gotta talk about not to like say any sensitive stuff, and then you do this.
Oh my god. Talking about
I'm gonna save that for the end of the
Murder.
episode. Put that as a blueprint.
oh my god.
Connor wants munchkins.